Knicks go down 0-2 to our dislikable rival Indiana Pacers. The most ever playoff battles between the Knicks and the Pacers going back to 1971 in the NBA. Jalen Brunson tried his best, but it wasn't good enough. Pascal Siakam, I mean, he just cooked us. We had no answers for Pascal. Nothing much from Neesmith, but it didn't matter. Turner had like 11 plus in the fourth quarter. Towns was benched until Indiana ran a hack of Mitch. Ah, boy, we're going to talk about that and more on this episode of the Knicks Call Up. Welcome y'all to the Knicks Call Up. I am your host, Karan Pierre, the objective fan, straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. And you know the vibes, y'all. Oh boy, what a night, man. I mean, couldn't get the job done. Salute to everybody in the building. I want to salute all the Knicks Tape Madness Discord server people in the building. I see you guys in here early. Man, I see the kid from Indy in here. Oh boy, it's gonna be one of the episodes. Salute to HRM. Salute to J-Tap, JJP, HIM, salute to you. Oh, we got a first caller. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from? 1 second. Can you hear me now? State your name. Where you calling from?
JJP, ATL. It's good.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Talk to me, brother. This was tough to watch, man. I mean.
Gotta hop in the car. You about to hear the door slam.
Oh, man.
First off, I never thought I'd be saying this, but Tom Thibodeau gotta go.
Ooh. So
Tom Thibodeau gotta go, bro. Not because he's not a good coach. But them campaign minutes were egregious. We came out of that timeout, and I said in the Discord, if campaign this is the playoff. First off, this is the playoffs.
Facts.
If we coming out of that timeout and campaign is still in the game, that is coaching malpractice. It's coaching malpractice, bro. It doesn't make any sense. They get the ball, they inbound the ball. Dribbles. Not Brunson, but campaign. Dribbles.
Oh, Lord. Dribble.
Chucks up a shot, and it goes behind the backboard. As soon as he comes out, the game turns around. Now, don't we think that Brunson and whoever else you were going to sub back in should have came in way before that timeout?
You know, I can't argue for anything. Listen, man. I'm at a loss for words, man. Like I'm not putting this on the players. The players don't sub themselves in and out. They don't at this point. They don't sub themselves in and out. I don't give a damn if Jalen Brunson played 48 minutes. That's what he got to do. But he should have not come out of the game for that long. Yeah, that's true. I mean, he was trying to give him rest, trying to give him some more rest, but it came back to bite him.
He got enough. He had enough up to that point. He had enough. It's not like we have this well-tuned bench that anybody could come in and out. You could come in waves like how the other team does. No, sir. That's not the way our team works. Since when during the Boston series or during the Pistons series did Jalen Brunson rest this long? Man, I don't remember it. Do you?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I would have played Brunson, but you couldn't play in the whole fourth. But once I seen like it was but Man, honestly,
Long.
man, you
He,
know,
go ahead, bro.
it's a lot. By the way, keep the calls coming. I do see your calls. I will get to all the calls. We got a
I'm
whole
not
bunch
gonna
of
stay on
calls.
long. I'm not gonna stay on long, bro.
But
DeLon
I want
Wright
to
should
say
be in the
this.
game. DeLon, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm a
I
listen.
I,
No, I
I
respect. I
want to
respect. I
say
gotta
this.
respect this host. I gotta respect the host, and I gotta respect the show. And I'm
Nah,
not
for
gonna
sure.
cuss. And I'm and I'm
I,
and I'm so there, but I'm not gonna cuss.
I
Do
know.
your
I
thing.
listen, man. Listen. Right now, you know where I'm at, and I never thought I'd get here.
Mhm.
But I'm starting to think that we're just not as good as the Indiana Pacers. They're just a better team than us. Like I'm starting to believe that there's nothing that we could do to adjust to the game. I just think that. And yo, by the way, salute to Carmelo Anthony. The 7 p.m. in Brooklyn show. I
Mhm.
listened to the Mari Stoudemire episode,
Oh,
and he was
I didn't.
saying
I ain't watching
he
that.
was saying some valuable jewels about
Who?
Indiana.
Who?
Melo,
Okay,
Melo.
go ahead.
He said
I'll
some.
listen to him.
I mean, and that episode came out before the series started. Hold on, I'm gonna merge Yuri in really quickly. Hey Yuri, give me a second. Give me a second, Yuri.
Yeah.
So Melo was saying, right? Melo was saying that in this team was built to beat Boston. This team
Mhm.
was not built to beat Indiana.
Right. I watched that episode.
You
And
saw it?
Mhm.
And
I
he was
did.
saying, and he had made some good points. He was like, they're a weird team, and not that he thought that Indiana would win, but he was just giving up some valid concerns that I'm like, damn, and you
And
kind of seen some of the things he was saying in game one. So that's just where I'm starting to lean. I mean, it's not over. The series is
it's
still
not
not
over.
over.
I don't like
The
to say it's
series is
over.
still not over. But
Uh,
but to be fair,
It
yeah.
feels like it is. It
I'm gonna let
feels
you
like
cook.
But yeah, go ahead, JJ. You want to get your final words out
They're
before
a
Yuri
weird
cooks?
team. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You know what's weirder?
What's that?
Keeping campaign in the game,
Oh
bro.
my
He's
God, I
in
knew
the
that
fucking
was
game, bro. That's fucking weird.
Dog growls.
Uh,
Oh God,
That's what's weird.
I knew
man.
Mitch
that
is a
was
weird
coming.
player because Mitch is so
This is
unpredictable.
fun.
You don't
I
know
knew
what
it was
he's gonna do. Mitch is weird. He put Mitch's minutes tonight were extremely valuable.
Mm.
He
Every
was
time we
plus
saw
tonight.
Cat and Mitch together, it was fine.
It was plus. It was great. Even if he makes mistakes, that's gonna happen. Everybody makes mistakes. Brunson made a mistake. He made multiple mistakes tonight. Bruce made a mistake dribbling the ball out of bounds. It is what it is. It's the playoffs. Mistakes are gonna be made. Indiana made mistakes. But you know what's even a bigger mistake? Keeping campaign in the game when he's chucking shots behind the backboard.
Okay, Jay. Okay,
Okay,
JJ.
Jay,
All
is that
right,
your
man.
final thought?
What the hell?
Is that your
That
final
has
thought?
to be because now he's going in on campaign. Oh man,
No, I'm
not
not letting it go.
I'm not defending campaign either. For the record, I'm not defending him.
Sam's gotta go, bro. It's his fault.
Mm.
You don't keep that kid in the game. Hey man, he should be on the first thing back into Memphis. No.
Mm.
Oh, you might hear a lot of
Damn.
fire tip reports tonight. That's for sure.
Well, I already know the anti-coach tip, but listen, man.
I
I think
never
it's.
thought I'd be here, bro. I never
I
thought
think
I'd
it's.
be here.
I think I'm starting to think it's beyond Tibbs. I don't want to go there because the series is not over, but I'm starting to
But
think
you
it's
gotta-
beyond Tibbs.
But you gotta give yourself a fighting chance and put your best players on the floor. Why is Pat not in the game? I'm looking at
Yeah,
this
that-
game.
that
There's
was
5 to
weird.
6 minutes left in this game, and your best players are not on the floor. Your best three-point shooter is not on the floor. Your two best three-point shooters are not on the floor when the game is on the line. You know who is in the
crap,
game?
that was
I'm
the
not going to go there.
-20.
I'm not going to say it again. We all know who's in the game when your best two-point shooters should be in the game. But okay. Come on, man. A freaking simpleton could have subbed the best players back in the game out of that timeout. Okay, you're going to play campaign. That's fine. But after that timeout, he should have been out of there.
Damn, campaign.
That's where the game turned left. And everybody knows it. He literally damn near took the air out the ball. He took the air out the room, that's for sure.
Listen,
Damn.
I'm not gonna say anything until the series is over. I'm keeping my thoughts on the game. JJ, if that's okay. Like seriously.
Yeah,
So
go
you
ahead,
keeping your
Yuri.
doors on the what?
I'm gonna keep my thoughts on the series until it's over.
Mm-hmm.
What series? It's over. It's over. It's over.
Well, we can't say it's over until it's over, though. To be fair, we can't say it's over until it's over. It's looking really bad, though. It's looking really bad. Listen, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's old. It would still. This series would still be in contention regardless of whether the Knicks won a game or not. If I saw something out there where the team looked competitive when it came to subbing, when the subs are intelligent, if the subs were intelligent enough, and I say, you know what? Okay, we make this tweak here. We make this tweak here. We make that tweak there. Even if you lost this game, we saw where this team could have won game one. We saw at points where we could have won this game, but even this game, I think Indiana just they revved it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
They did something, whatever it is that they did. Whether it was subbing, it was terrible. It was a terribly coached game by Tom Thibodeau, and I don't want to hear it from anybody.
Yo, Jay, that's your final words.
Go ahead, Yuri. I think
I'm out, man. I'm out. I'm done, man.
All right, JJ. All right, salute
we
to
love
you,
you,
Jay.
brother. We love you.
We love you, man. Go ahead. I got another Yuri. Yuri. I'm gonna let you cook, but I this next call that's coming in is gonna make all these Knicks fans mad. And no, it's not Indy. Indy hasn't even called up yet. I know he's waiting to call up. He hasn't even called up yet. Oh God. Go ahead.
Yo, all I'm gonna say is, Knicks fans, did I not say watch out for Indy? Indy, watch out for Indy. Do not underestimate Indy. I saw a lot of Knicks fans were talking mad crap before. I saw a lot of Knicks fans talking a lot of crap before that we're gonna win in 5. This Indy team, I hate giving them credit, but I gotta give credit when credit's due.
Yeah, they good. They good.
They're good. This team was made to beat Boston. We did that. This team was not made to beat Indiana.
Yeah, that's what Melo said.
And Melo's right on that. You want to know why Melo's right on that? Because the core that we have is to beat Indy. Right? And you have a lot of it, what that has to do with the core, right? What did Melo say? What did Melo say before?
I mean, he said that this team was built to beat Boston. They weren't beat to beat Indiana. He was saying that Indiana is like an unorthodox team the way they play. It's going to be a tough series, even though a lot of the matchups favor the Knicks. But yeah, I gotta watch that episode, man. That was a really good episode. But he really his explanation, I felt was the best out of anybody. And it was just a couple of minutes. It wasn't like he did a whole segment on it. Like, it just was a couple of minute conversation. And watching the game, I'm like, holy cow. And he said this before the series started. So I'm at a point, and I don't want to go there, but
because the series is not over.
It's not over, but I'm starting to lean we talk about Coach Tibbs and adjustments. Maybe there is no adjustment. Maybe they're just a better team, And like I said, I'm not. I'm still giving the Knicks a chance to win. I'm done with predictions. No more predictions for me.
Yeah,
for the rest of this series.
I never made a prediction, bro. I just said Knicks in 7. That was my prediction.
You did. Yeah, that's the safest prediction to make. So yeah,
I said Knicks in 7. You can't call me out. For Indy fans, I said Knicks in 7. That was the only time I said a prediction. I didn't say Knicks in 5, Knicks in 4.
Right. Nah, you've been consistent with that for sure.
And if you look at Jalen Brunson's stats, if you look at the team stats, JB didn't play. JB played all right. He did what he could. You got OG at a +5. All the team was in double digits besides Josh Hart. My thing
Yeah,
is, right?
Josh Hart wasn't really that much of a factor to me this game.
Yeah. My thing is, right? You see OG getting cooked by Siakam. You see Josh Hart getting cooked by Siakam. Why not throw in Precious in? At least.
Yeah.
Pedro, I ranted about that before. I don't know. I don't know what went through his mind. That I fully blame Tibbs, Tendril. I blame
What he
Tibbs on
said?
that.
Tibbs
Why
used
didn't
timeout.
Tibbs use a 14 seconds left? I don't
Yes, I
know.
was going to get to that. Yeah, I was going to get to that too. That was in my notes.
Why didn't he not
a couple
use
of mistakes
14?
he made. I guess he wanted to save the timeout for in case
Because
he
he had a
makes the
challenge
shot.
but at the same time, though,
Not the channel. No. In case you make the shot, right? You're going to foul and then call a timeout. You see what I'm saying? That was the thought process, but it just didn't work out. It was a bad idea to me. Get the best shot you can, and then your defense. They kind of got exposed in the fourth, but I thought the defense was good at times. But you could have went with your offensive defensive lineup. You call a timeout, hit a three, then go with your defensive lineup. Hey, if they make the shot, they make the shot. You had no chance to win anyway. But I'm always for giving yourself the best opportunity and chance to make a shot, man.
Yeah, I am too. They could have advanced the ball and drawn up a play. Yeah,
I gotta get this guy on the line. I'm gonna keep you on. I'm gonna keep you, Yuri.
Who is it, Trevor? Is it Trevor?
Nah, no. I'm gonna surprise you all. This guy's he called like 10 times. He's a long time. Well, he hasn't called the show in a minute. Hold on, let me get him on the line.
Yeah, merge me in. Don't forget.
Yeah, I'm gonna merge you in. I'm gonna need support on this one, guys. By the way, keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. I will get to all the calls. There's a whole bunch of people calling. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from, man?
My name Dusty Proctor, and I'm calling from Wilson, North Carolina.
Oh, my God. Hold on. Before you cook, let me merge you in. Hold on. Oh, man. Hey, Yuri, we got a special guest on the line. Yep.
I'm gonna cook, but I'm gonna cook on high heat. I'm gonna cook this real fast, man.
Here we go. I've been waiting for this one.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, for one, you guys are hard-headed. EPMD been told y'all and you didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be humble, man. You gotta be humble, and you get humble. You know what I'm saying? But I got a joke though. What did the basketball say to the basketball net?
I don't know, man. Go ahead. Tell us.
Siakam.
Oh, brother,
how long did it take you to think of that? How long did it take you to think of that, man?
Hey,
how long did it take you?
You know, believe it or not, you know when I thought about that? I thought about that when the basketball was sent. Siakam. For real. He was shooting that shit, man. And I think I don't know how many I don't know how much call was on him, but all I heard was Siakam. I'm like, damn. There were times I won't even.
He got a lot of his buckets in space. He got a lot of his buckets in space, transition, and he cooked on sometimes on people, but he got a lot of his, he took advantage of his opportunities.
Siakam was like, oh my God, Siakam.
Yeah, he was a problem.
It was a problem tonight. And here's the thing too, right? I even called this Indy series before because I was talking to Indy fans. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if we took the first two at home. I said that straight up. You know what I mean?
Yo, but Yuri, that's another good point. Like, the Knicks and the Pacers were the best road teams coming into this series. So you just never know. The Knicks could go on the road and get the next two. You just never, bro. I've seen more bizarre things happen. Where
here's the thing too. I actually talked about this with Pacers fans in the server, man. He actually told me, a Pacers fan told me, like, I wouldn't be surprised if we took the next two on the road at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But at the same time, though, this could go either way. You're still down 0-2. You're gonna have to pull off some kind of miracle. I'm not saying the series is over until someone hits 4 wins.
Yeah, it got yeah.
Man.
That's what I'm. That's the sense I'm taking too. So Dusty, you calling up here
Now
all
you
hype?
taking it. Now you talking
No,
that.
no,
Now
you
you,
calling up. Nah, but listen, Dusty, and we're gonna talk about your little revelation text that you sent me the other day. We're gonna get to that. But you calling up here, y'all hype tonight. If the Knicks win the next 2 games, you better call up. You better
listen.
call up. Don't disappear. Don't
Listen,
just.
no, listen. When y'all beat the Boston Celtics, first thing I did was left you a text. I gave you props. You know what I'm saying? So what you do? What was your response? You know what
No,
I'm saying?
because you was no, we can't. You got to be real. You said,
No.
you know what Dusty said when the Pacers and the Knicks went up 3-1. He said the Celtics and the Cavs was going to win the series in 7 games. That's
And
what
I
he
was
said.
wrong. And I was wrong. And I gave you your props. And I gave you your props, right? But you gave me, but like, yo, you didn't receive my gift the way I thought you were gonna receive my gift, man. You received my gift in straight up New York fashion. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know what? Damn it, I don't like the damn Knicks no damn more. I hope they win. I hope they lose every damn game coming up moving forward. You know
No,
what
you're
I'm
not gonna
saying?
be nice. No, I don't
And
care
I've
about
been
no
sitting
Southern
there thinking,
hospitality.
I've been
No,
sitting there thinking about this
you
shit
didn't say that.
ever
No,
since then.
what
man.
did you say?
You know what I'm saying?
What did you say exactly? You didn't say you didn't like them. There was another word that started with an H that you used.
No. I'm a Laker. Not Laker, but I'm a certified Nick hater right now, man.
There you go.
You know
See,
what I'm saying?
now let's bring the fire. Now let's bring the fire.
I'm
See,
top of the
this is
line,
the guy
man.
y'all think is
You know what I'm
nice.
saying?
This is the guy y'all
Look,
think respects you. This
look.
guy is a Knicks hater. I
'Cause
told y'all.
because you took my warm welcome, my warm good game. You know, I basically said good game, man, and you didn't embrace it, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn it, I'm on my Michael Jordan shit now. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of have to start some in the comments. Yo, there's no way we're giving up Cat, Hart, and OG. All right?
You guys, y'all gotta relax. But look, I'm gonna let both of y'all
this
get
is
y'all
the Indian
final
man I'm
words.
talking to.
I got so many calls. Keep the calls coming. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all final words. Go ahead, Yuri. Let you get yours out first.
I'm still staying on the call.
I got a whole bunch of people. Hold on, it's gonna be hard for me to merge you in. It's gonna be hard for me to merge you in. Yeah, call back. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, call back later. And Dust, what you gotta say, man? Come on, man. How many times did you call me tonight? I'm like, yo, man, I've got a live show. You blowing up my lines, man. You call up here like 10 lines. At least 8. See?
I was calling you like a man, a man or a woman trying to figure out where the old lady is.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's up, man? So you think we gonna get swept? Keep it real. You think we gonna get swept? Keep it real.
I think you're good. I think the broom is out.
Wow.
I hope the broom is out.
Okay, you hope the broom is out.
I'm hoping for a swivel. What they call swivel? I'm hoping for one of them.
Man.
You know, I'm hoping for one of them because like y'all brought this on y'all. You know what I'm saying? To be real with you, if y'all was a little bit more chill about it, because for one, when I gave this dude, I said, man, gave him a warm welcome, man, and he swear down, y'all. That's what I got. I straight up laughed at me, man. He straight up laughed at me, yo, and he thought it was a championship ring. You know what I'm saying? So from that point on, you know, it's coming right, and it seemed like you're getting, everything back too.
Right,
you know
listen, Dusty, look, you're not allowed to call this show until the playoffs is over. Cause I just thought about it. You was a bad omen. You was a bad luck. Yeah, listen, Dusty, don't listen. While the games is on, do not text me. Do not call me. I forgot about that.
Don't put it on me because
I'm putting it on you.
I was rooting on you guys. I root for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I was root for
No,
you
you
guys in certain
don't.
games. In certain games, I root for you
Oh
guys.
my
But
God.
then you
Oh
hit me
my
with that.
God.
You hit me with that like I was like, like you was, come on, man. So now the Indiana Pacers getting ready to sweep y'all guys up real nice and clean. So uh, at least you got to the Eastern Conference Finals.
All right, man. That's all I man. That's it, man. I gotta get you off
That's
the
not
line,
that.
man. That's all.
I'm
That's all.
saying because like I don't even know y'all gonna turn around and y'all gonna try and go get somebody like Kevin Durant or something like that in the
Nah,
offseason,
hell no. Nope.
thinking you ain't got enough. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. Nope. I don't want Kevin Durant. There's only one guy I'm trading for, maybe two, and that's Jokic. That's it. There's no other guy I'm trading for the record.
Yeah, so I
But
don't need shit. Y'all can take my guy for all I care. Shit, I'll
nah.
take him.
We good.
Give me him for Jalen Brunson. I'll take that.
You give up
I give
Luka for Brunson.
for
Really?
Brunson.
That sounds crazy. I don't know.
That's
After tonight, well, Brunson is the only one bringing it. To be honest, the rest, I mean,
the only one.
Bridges had a good game. Bridges had a good game, but it's just I don't know, man. But yo, Dust, I'm gonna holler back at you, man. I got a lot of people calling, man. I cannot have this anti-New York energy on the line right now. I do appreciate you calling, man. I do appreciate you calling. But I got another guy. I got an Indiana guy I got to get to. There's a lot of calls. Keep the call coming. 646-995-8389. All right.
I want to give a big shout out to everybody in Indiana right now. You know what I'm saying? They're looking out.
Come on, man.
You know,
Really?
Pacer Nation right now, man.
Nah, all right, man. I'll get you out of here. All right, peace, man. I'm gonna holler back at you, man. All right. Get him up out of here talking about some Pacers Nation. I apologize. That is my cousin. He's one of the 5 people that calls me when we lose. I got to get some of these other calls I missed. Keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. If I miss your call, I get back to you. What's up, Mike? Talk to me, man.
What's going on, man?
Man, Mike, man, I need some level-headed Knicks talk right now, man. This is crazy. We're down 0-2. What's going on?
Yeah, man. I'm not going to give the Pacers any credit, man. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. I don't rocks with them. I don't bang with them, so they're not getting any credit from me. But I sincerely think that we lost these games opposed to Indiana winning them, especially that game 1. That joint was nasty. Yeah. Javante said he had some grease and stuff in his eye in that fight.
Yes. Yes.
Josh Hart must have got his hair braided and some grease fell on his shoes, man, because he was just sitting. he was figure skating out there, man. It was disgusting.
Oh man. Yo, I don't even know what I watched tonight. Like I'm just I'm completely shocked.
Yeah, I am too.
This is something I could have never imagined. Now I got to deal with all of these anti-Nick people hitting my line. I got 5 people. Dusty's one of them that always hits me up when we lose and they laugh at me. It's not nice. I'm telling you.
And you know what? I don't think fans from teams do that to any other team.
No.
Like no. They just do that to us. But
yes.
It's all good.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
So being that you don't respect the Pacers,
yeah, I don't respect them.
Can we bounce back?
Man, I don't know, man. I hope. You know what I mean? I hope. Okay. The things that we're doing, they're not really that complex.
I agree.
I mean, if you watch that game, just watch the game over again.
Yeah.
And look how many times we're not communicating on the switch, and both defenders are on the ball handler, and they just run it. You know, the other person's players just running into the paint.
Yep.
We don't know how to fight over screens. These are simple things. These are things that
Basics.
basic stuff. You know what I mean? We're not fighting over screens, and Pacers are fighting over screens.
Right.
Nemhard, what's that dude that was making all them threes the other night?
Naismith.
Naismith, he's did a great
Yeah.
job fighting over screens. They are on Brunson. They don't let Brunson breathe. TJ McConnell,
Yeah.
I mean, how many years is it going to take for us to learn how to guard TJ McConnell?
Yo, I don't know, man. He always gives us trouble, man.
I just don't
Always
get it.
gives us trouble.
So the things that the ways that we're getting defeated, they're simple. They're not complex. It's not something that a trick that Carlisle's pulling out the bag, man. The hat it's really simple stuff that we shouldn't be, it shouldn't be happening, but it's happening to us. Like, we're doing it.
Yeah. He's actually out coaching Tibbs too. Like,
He
he's,
is.
I mean,
He is, man.
like,
going to Siakam.
it's going to Siakam. Didn't even go and pulling out the hacker Mitch for a play or two.
No.
Like that. That's how he used the hacker Mitch. How you're supposed to use it.
Yeah, at certain points of the game.
Right.
Crucial points of the game, coming off of a second chance points, rebound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Foul.
He was killing them.
Yeah.
Mitch was actually killing them.
Mitch was
So
killing them.
it made sense. As soon as he come in the game, hacker Mitch. That's stupid. But like, if he's having a good game and he's really like, keeping the Knicks in it, that's when you bring out the hacker. And it was only for a play or two. It wasn't like he ran it for
but those are
the whole
crucial
quarter.
plays.
But those are there you go.
Yeah, because he did it when we were going on a run, and there was certain points when we was going on a run, we missed a shot, Mitch grabbed the rebound, they hacked Mitch. Now we know he's gonna throw a freaking fastball at the backboard, and we got a chance to score at the end. Beautiful.
Oh, man.
Cat. Dog, he's getting exposed, fam.
Dang, he's getting exposed. Coach, where are you? Coach, call up, coach. Call up. You said you was going to call up. We got to talk about Towns, man.
Yeah, Cat getting exposed, man. I mean, he can't do anything. I don't understand why he don't have a post-up game by now. That's something that I'm guessing is never going to come. He doesn't have that in his arsenal at all. And it's just easy. I mean, I saw him give up. Like, okay, they're not going to allow, at a certain point in the game, he understood they're not going to allow me to get into the paint, so I'm going to chuck a 3-point shot 6 feet behind the line. You know what I mean? That's what he's doing for a good majority of the plays. And then, man, Jalen Brunson, what kind of, I understand why he did it.
That was a bad shot. You talking about that last shot, right?
That last shot, man. I'm guessing he
Terrible.
did that because he wanted to get something off before the Pacers fouled. I guess he thought they were going to foul, send him to the line, so he wouldn't get the 3. So he said, let me get this shot up.
Yeah.
But, man, dog, find a better shot than that, man. There was a lot of time on the board. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. But that also could fall on Coach Tibbs, too, because he should have called a timeout,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he should have called a timeout for sure.
He should have called a timeout. But like I said, it's not just one play. Everybody gets the blame to me. They all get the blame.
Everybody.
They all lost. They're a bunch of losers. And they got to show me something, man. Because, look, we got Indiana people in the chat. Knicks Nation, I know you're not going to allow these Indiana dudes to take over the chat right now. Like, I didn't put it in subscriber-only mode because I said I was going to keep it open, but you can't allow these Indiana, and I got to get this Indiana guy back up here, man. But, yo, Mike, what's your final words, man?
Yeah, my final word, man. I don't understand if Siakam, and I've heard murmurings that OG is still, his hamstring is starting to act up, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand why Precious is not getting any minutes. It's mind-boggling to me. It's mind-boggling. Hopefully we see some adjustments this third game. Right now, I know we down, but like you said,
Yeah.
the series ain't over. It ain't over till it's over.
No, it ain't over.
So
Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna be so doom and gloom. I honestly planned for a win tonight. I had a whole different show lined up. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're gonna talk about all NBA snubs. That's out the window tonight.
yeah, man.
Throw
I
that
thought
in
it
a
was guaranteed.
take that
tonight.
show concept, throw it in the trash.
But if we win these
Yep.
next two games, it's back
Yes.
0-0.
Back 0-0.
All is good.
And it, so and it's possible because we're a good road team. So let's see. Let's see what
Let's
happens.
see how good we are on the road, man. But appreciate you calling me back, brother.
No doubt, Mike. I appreciate you guys. Salute, man. Knicks Tape Madness Discord server channel member. Salute the Mike. Hold on. Let me get this guy in here. Indy's next in the queue. Indy, I'm coming to you, Indy. See if I get Indy up here. Indy, I'm coming to you, man. I'm gonna put this on the screen now. We don't duck no smoke from nobody. Hey, Indy, what's going on, man? KF, what's up?
What's good, New York? How y'all doing tonight, man?
Come on, man. You know how we doing, man. It's not good over here, man. It's not
y'all
looking good.
Y'all should be good, man. Y'all should be good, man. This is how God wanted. This is God's plan, bro.
Oh wow, you went biblical on
This
us.
is
Oh,
God. Come
Lord.
on, man. Hey, man. What did y'all think was gonna happen, man? What did y'all think was gonna happen, man?
I thought
After
that we would at
Pacer
least
bounce
get
we
this
got the other
game.
night, man. This is destiny now, man. It's
Oh,
out
okay,
of our
okay.
hands. It's out of our
You're
hands,
right.
man. Y'all,
I mean, listen.
y'all played a great thing. Y'all played good tonight, but y'all couldn't do nothing with
He's the reason why you won the game. Like we had no, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that from him because OG Anunoby has good games against him, but
Hey man, but
tonight,
Obi went to Indiana University. You know what I'm saying? He's one of ours, so he played his part too.
oh,
You know what
so
I'm
you
saying?
think it's some on the low
You know what I'm
type
saying?
missions
He
to
knew
sabotage?
I mean, come on, he was going against his big brother, man. Big brother just had to shut him down, man. Like, come on, little dude, man, get out my way, man.
Damn,
He little
this is
duty,
crazy.
man. He little duty.
So look,
man.
I'm not even gonna ask that question. I'm gonna say this for the next. I'm gonna say that question for the next show because I want to see what happens in Indy. You gotta at least be a little concerned that you know that
I'm not
y'all
concerned at all, man. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm not concerned at all, man. We do not
Oh,
lose
okay.
at home, man. It's Indy 500 weekend here, man. The energy is way too hot. Like I'm about to go out right now because people on my phone right now, like, man, where you at? Man, it's going crazy, man. Y'all about to get swept something crazy, bro. I'm sorry, it's over, man.
Nah,
I'm
I
sorry,
can't see
New
us
York.
getting swept. Can't see
Hey,
us
man.
getting swept.
Hey, bro,
But
you got Stevie Wonder eyes, man, because you about to wave your head side to side with a fade to the back of your head, man, because it's over.
Nah. Listen,
It's
I'm gonna
over.
say this though. Y'all a good road team, but we were a good road team too.
Man, y'all
right?
are chopped cheese, man. Y'all are Poppy
So-
chopped cheese. Hey, man, tell Poppy in the back, hey, man, give me chopped cheese. We are done, bro.
It looks that way now. But I'm gonna tell you, like my cousin Dusty would tell me, stay humble.
man. And I'm sorry I gotta
Stay
talk
humble.
crazy to y'all like this, man, because I'm just from a small town. I gotta represent, man. You know what I'm saying? It's 8 million of y'all, you know what I'm saying? So I just gotta talk my junk, man.
I hear you, man. Listen, look, if we don't duck the smoke on here, I allow anybody to call up from any team, and we get it in, man.
Y'all, though, man. I got love for y'all, man. For real, man. I was a big New York fan way before the series and everything went off. Yeah, man. It's over, man. It's just over, man. You know, it's over.
Nah, I'm not going to listen, man. I'm not going to say it's over just yet.
No,
and
man,
I want you to keep
broom,
calling.
man. Go like right now. Look behind you. That closet over there. It's a broom that joint, man. Go get that right there and hold tight and sleep with that boy.
Nah, we not getting swept, man. Nah, we not getting.
It's Saran wrap. It's Rap City. It's all that. It's Yo MTV raps. It's all that, bro. It's
nah,
done.
we not getting swept. Nah, we not getting swept, man. We don't do that in New York City. We don't get swept over here, man.
Starbury hit his little sunglasses and turn them shits off. It's a wrap, buddy.
Nah, man. We feel really good in Indiana, though, man. We gonna come out there.
Okay.
We gonna bring the big city energy.
Man,
hopefully y'all don't,
man. Because when we see y'all throw that trash can, man, it's boys is ready to eat, man. Y'all be safe, man.
It's gonna be a lot of us though. You know that, right? We coming in busloads, so that you ain't gonna catch one or two. Like how we caught your man in New
All
York.
right,
We
man.
caught your
Bro,
man.
it's all love. It's all love, man. It's all love, man.
No,
It's
I know,
all
I
love.
know, I
It's
know.
all love, man. It's all love.
I
I
know.
don't know.
But
I don't want no
are y'all gonna
violence.
block?
Keep the peace. Keep the
But
peace.
are
I
y'all
don't
gonna
want no
block us
violence.
from
I don't want nothing happening to nobody, man.
Are you
But
gonna
you said,
block us from buying tickets though? Y'all gonna block us
they
for
they
getting
should,
tickets?
man. But you know what I'm saying? You know, it's hard times right now. Somebody gonna sell something, man. It's what it is.
Cause I'm about
But
to
y'all
get a
need to
bus of
be in
us
the
to come
house. I
out
want
there.
y'all to be in the house. I want you to see
Oh, they
it
gonna
go
be
down.
there.
I want New
That-
Yorkers to see it happen. 25 years of y'all talking or whatever y'all talking about. I want you to see it happen. I want y'all to see it go down. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to have people to come back and be like, damn, I seen it happen. I seen them squash us. The guy they, you know that when LL said through the little jelly bean and squash that shit. It's gonna be that.
Listen, man, you get me hyped now. Now I'm hyped. See, this is why we need the other city. Listen, we need the other city energy to get us hyped.
Now, my head on my head. It's just shark fin with the.
We need the other city to get us hyped, y'all. You hear this talk? We getting the next two in Indiana. Listen, we getting the next two. We getting the next two in Indiana. Trust me. Trust me. Now I'm hyped. We getting the next two in Indiana. Y'all not built like that.
I hear you.
I still don't believe it.
I hear y'all New
I
Yorkers.
still don't believe it.
Man. Tighten your Timbs up, man. Make sure they ain't scuffed. Do whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Play some Mob Deep, whoever you need to play. Do what
we bringing Mob Deep, all of that.
Get
everything.
Curtis Blow. You know what I'm saying? Get everybody, man. Get them all out there. Yeah.
Yeah, we coming out there deep, man. We gonna have a bus load of.
Yeah. And bring me a jacket. Bring me one of them old Pelly Pels that Jim Jones be wearing. Give me one of those, man.
Listen, man, we coming with all that New York energy, and we gonna bring the chopped cheese.
Oh man, don't bring me no frozen hamburger patties on a bun. No,
I'm just messing with you,
that, man. All right, man.
Nah, but we coming.
Love, man. Y'all shout out, man.
Salute,
see y'all
man.
next game, man. Much love, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate you, man. Salute. Peace. That was KF out of Indy being a good sport. Salute to him, man. I appreciate him for coming in the Lions Den. I do got some more calls. Keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. If I miss your call, I will get back to you. It was just a lot of people call at one time, so I'm just trying to make sure they all get up in here. I do got another guy. Hopefully his line is going to be right. Let me see. Salute to you, AP. I see you in the building.
Yo.
Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
It's Moses from Queens, man.
Salute to Moses from Queens, man. Hopefully, could you talk more into the mic? Because sometimes when you call, it's a little low.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, we could definitely hear you. Just be low. But yeah, go ahead. Speak your piece, brother.
Oh, man, disappointed for the loss, man. You know, I feel like our defense was what really messed us up defensively.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like Precious Patrua needs to get playing time. And and something in the chat says that, hey, listen, if Knicks loses this series, they might get rid of Tibbs. Which I don't think so, but if you was to get rid of Tibbs, who would you bring in?
I mean, that's a great question. I think this is beyond. I don't want to feel this way, but I'm starting to think this is beyond Tibbs. I'm just starting to think that, we just not good enough. Because the way we lose, right? It's like, why when the fourth quarter comes, we were one of the best clutch teams, but now we can't operate properly in the clutch. I don't understand it. It's kind of like, he was joking. I think it was Indy was joking about the basketball gods, but I'm like, for them to be the first team in 1,000 games to come back the way they did. I mean, what else could you say? I mean, I don't know. It's just really weird to me. Like, down the stretch, we've been clutch, super clutch, one of the better teams in the league, and now against Indy, it's like we just don't, execute. It's just weird. It's just very weird.
I don't think Indiana's speed is the reason why we lost. You understand? It's just that we couldn't communicate defensively. How many times players got open dunks at the basket? How many times, players was left open? How many times it was miscommunication defensively? You got to blame the players on that too. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, who knows? Who knows? It's still not over.
Nah.
because I think we're a good road team too. I heard. So, try to win two on the road. I don't know if they're gonna be able to win two on the road, but try to win two on the road. And maybe that will boost your confidence. So, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very possible that we could win two on the road. We were a good road team. What the best road team? Us and Indiana were the two best road teams in basketball. We proved we could get it done there. We won 3 road games against Detroit, 2 road games against Boston. We weren't good at home, and now we're 3-5 at in the Garden, which is bad. But at the same time, we just road warriors, and now is the time for them to get really settle down, and get it done. But Indiana, I mean, it's scary. Like, Indiana is looking like they on the course to just make history, man. Like, at the rate it's going. But I'm hoping that we could actually execute down the stretch, because I feel like game 1 was our best game, like from quarters from one, basically the first 45 minutes of the game was great. Of course, the last 3 minutes is when they went on that crazy run. This game had good moments, but I felt like Indiana, especially in the second half, had the momentum. So we got to figure out how, because we know the game more than likely will be close down the stretch, but we got to close out the games, and try to maintain leads. Go ahead.
Also, another thing, we don't got good shooters on our teams, really. You understand? So that's something that they gotta improve this off season. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get some 3-point shooter. I don't know if Kolek is good at shooting threes, and the youngsters, they need to come in, because if those guys on the bench could come off the bench and be more productive, like they're starting 6 or 7, then it could really help our team a lot. So I don't know, man, because I heard that possibly they might get rid of Tibbs if the team loses this series.
Well, who's saying that? Just media people saying that. Ain't nothing. People want to see him fired. Ain't no truth to it yet, unless it happens. But you never know. I think this is beyond Tibbs at this point. To be honest.
Then again, you can't blame. I'm not gonna sit up there and blame him. It's the players, because at the end of the day, you how many wide open threes you left Indiana? How many wide open threes? How many wide open points inside of paint?
Right.
How many turnovers? They careless with the ball, like not taking your time to pass the ball. This is something you got to blame the players. You know what I'm saying? The players got to sit down and
to add to that real quickly, like, maybe he is telling the players to do certain things and they're not doing it. That's another thing too. Like, when we say Coach Tibbs is not saying anything, how do you know that? You're not in the locker room. You're just saying what you think you know, but the truth may be otherwise.
Who knows? We don't know.
We don't know.
But at the same time, it's like, we gotta figure something out. But I know for a fact, like this offseason, we're gonna definitely try to get some players in here for sure.
Right.
Like we need some shooters in here, man. That's why I said there's like, damn, I miss Dante, man. I wish Knicks would have had Dante.
So you wish the Knicks wouldn't have trade for Towns and then you would have Randall and Dante?
I don't know how much I don't know if that would have helped us against Indiana. I don't know. Do you think that would help?
There's no way to know how if you would be better. One thing I would say, Randall was always a tough cover for Indiana, and Mitchell Robinson would have been your starting center, but the problem is Mitch was hurt. So, you wouldn't have had the team. It just would have looked way different because you had to get a center somehow, some way. So, and I know they wasn't going to have Jericho Sims be a starting center for that long. So, Dante, what's he doing to help Minnesota now. You know, it's like it is what it is to me. With when we talking about old players, I think that next year we really got to take a look in the mirror because Memphis, not Memphis. I meant to say OKC. That might be the next dynasty, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, the way they look, they're in position to sign their 4 best players for sure. They're going to keep Chet. None of those guys is going anywhere. And they're only going to get better, and they're all young. So, you know, it's a lot going on, but it's not over. I don't want to jump the gun.
Yeah, me neither. But
it's just hard to not think about these things, but still, you know. And, you know. But I'm gonna let you get your final word, brother. We got some more callers.
There's only one guy you trade for Jokic, right? But listen.
Hell yeah.
But who are we gonna give up to get Jokic? That's the question.
I give up everybody, man. I give up everybody and anybody. That's an MVP, bro. When's the last time we had an MVP in New York?
God knows how long.
And I ain't talking about Derrick Rose. I'm talking about somebody who actually is in the prime, like playing like an MVP, not somebody who won it and they're over the hill and then we sign them. I'm talking about a dude won an MVP within a year or two. You got them, you know. So
maybe I was probably like mad a kid at that time. Who knows? But you know,
Willis Reed would be the answer. I think he's the only MVP.
Yeah, but what I want to say is this: hopefully, if they could somehow. How many years Jokic got in his contract?
I don't even know.
But he's not going anywhere, you know.
I mean, he could ask for a trade.
But who are we going to give up, though?
I mean, to be honest, if he says he wants to come to New York, the trade gets done. He would have to say he wants to come to New York, though. If he says, go ahead.
I don't think he would mind coming to New York. You know,
of course, who wouldn't mind come to New York and you're MVP? You know what type of level of a star you would be?
But then again, who are you going to give up? I'm not giving up Brunson or OG. You know,
I'm giving up anybody for an MVP. So we've never had an MVP.
You're trying to repeat the Melo trade, man. That's what
Listen, man, I'm going to tell you like this. We've never had an MVP, and I'm going to get me an MVP. That's just how I see it. And listen, I'm the objective Knicks fan. I'm not the objective anybody fan. To me, anybody can go. I'm not a part of nobody's hive. I root for everybody, but I want to win a championship. So as I see it, if I'm going to make a move to win a championship, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm not loyal. There's no loyalty in basketball. Ask Isaiah Hartenstein.
Except keeping Brunson. That's the only person you'll keep.
Listen, man, look, I love Brunson. As you can see, I got Captain 11 joint right here. You see. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, if I could get me an all-NBA MVP, yeah, I got to go get that. No offense.
To play along with Brunson, that'll be crazy right there. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, in my book, anybody could go. But all right, brother, I'm gonna get to more of these calls, man. I appreciate you, Moses. All right, salute. That was Moses. Keep the calls coming. I do got another. This call, I don't know. I know what he's gonna do. I know what this next call is gonna do. But it could. Let's see. Keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. Hey, caller.
Good
State your name and where you're calling from.
You fellow, objective.
Uh-oh.
Objective. That's right. I want to hear your evaluation of your great beloved coach for the last 2 games.
So hold on. Before I get to it, could you turn down your background?
All right. Hold on. Let me
turn down the background. Oh, Lord.
Go ahead.
Yo, you know what? Yuri, call back, Yuri. I need some assistance.
You're calling for help? Are you calling for help?
Man down. Man down. Oh, look, he called up. Hold on. I'm a murderer, man. Yuri, man, I'm glad to have Yuri back.
You know what's the definition for insanity?
Fellas, Wait, before we get started.
Ori, how are you?
Trev, I missed you, brother.
Yeah.
I missed you. Before we start.
All right, I'm going to start off this way. Do you know the definition for insanity?
It's doing the same damn thing over and over again.
And expecting different results.
I agree with you. Before we start,
we just put this up there first.
Listen. Before we start, can we please get started on this call? How are you? How's your family? Is everything good?
I'm good. I'm great.
Thank you, Yuri. Soften them up. Let's go.
Because I don't want to talk about tonight's game like this because I know we're going to disagree.
No, it's not a matter of disagreeing. Here I am. I'm saying. Let me tell you something. I'm a Knicks fan from 1970.
I'm a Knicks fan since 2010.
So I've been through everything.
That's a fact.
All right. And if I'm telling you, I do not like my coach.
Tonight
I am not going to defer from it.
Tonight I agree with you.
At all, because we are seeing too many rookie mistakes after how many years? 6 years or 5, 6
But
years?
at the same time, though, wait, Trev. At the same time, before you go, I'm going to let you cook after that. At the same time, though, I have to agree with Colin because I'm starting to think, and I hate to admit it, that Indiana's the better team at this point.
No, all right, listen to me. You could have a better team, but if you have a team that you use their strengths, you could beat that better team. You understand?
Fair enough.
All right, let's start with Bridges. Regular season. Bridges looks lost at sometimes. You know why? The speed of the game.
I've said that time and time again. I've said that time and time again that Bridges is being used wrong. I have stated on that call.
And some people use the excuse about he's watching this. He went through 82 games plus the playoffs, and you still don't know we got to play a little faster for Bridges?
All right. At the same time, though, I'm going to tell you something right now. If it wasn't for Bridges, we don't get past Boston. That's number one.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
And I'm saying
what he's
you got to play him at the right speed to get the best out of him. And if you can't recognize that after 82 games plus, you're the wrong coach.
Wow.
It's that simple. At the end of the last 2 games, what did we have? We had a Julius Randle.
Oh, come on. Get out of here with that.
You know why? ISO. And everybody's standing around. Everybody's standing around. Hey, I love Brunson. But what I'm saying, the onus is on the coach.
The ISO ball got us this far.
It will get us this far, but you know what happened? The other guys will be stagnant. And we lost a lot of second chance balls because of the being stagnant. It's that simple.
At the same time, though, you can't control that.
No, we can't control, but we can minimize it.
Minimize it? Yes. Control it? No.
Right.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. But you're not going to tell me this team lost because everyone's acting like this team got blown out tonight.
No, we did not get blown out. We should have been winning that game easily.
I agree with Trevor on that point.
Look at the times he played campaign. What did I tell y'all from campaign the other day? He's too wild. You have
the campaign stuff. I agree with you.
You have what's his guy and the new guy we got last night. What's his name?
DeLon Wright.
DeLon Wright played very good ball at the end of the season.
That's a fact.
He's stronger, and he's more controlled.
Yep.
This is
I
not
agree
the
with
time.
that.
Here's the thing too. Wait, let me.
This is not the time we should try to play. Let's go get lucky.
So I'm going to talk.
I agree with that.
I agree. DeLon Wright should have been in this series.
Yes.
Precious should have been in this series.
Yes.
I agree with all of that.
But you know why? Because
Tibbs is stubborn.
our guy who has a title of coach doesn't make coaches move. Sometimes you have to come out of the box. You see something is not working, you put a guy in, even if it's for 1 minute, just to see what happens.
At the end, someone said at the end of the day, a win is a win, and a loss is a loss. And we're down to losses right now to Indy.
I got a question for you guys, real quickly. Do you think that Brunson and Towns is too much of a liability on the defensive end?
Yeah.
And it's hard to cover them both?
I know it's very hard to hide both Brunson and Cat.
It's a little hard, but guess what? If you put a little mismatch in there, like you said, like for instance, if you put Precious, remember when they went small? If you put Precious inside there, right? Just to change the flavor of the game, you get something different.
But that's my question too. Is I don't know what's going on in the Knicks locker room right now. We're not flies. I would kill to be a fly just to see what goes on in there. You know what I mean? I feel like personally with this team, and I don't want to introduce the fire Tibbs talk because it's been going around all over social media already. And to be fair, I'm always against firing a coach. I feel like it messes up your franchise and it messes up everything.
Yeah, but you can't get the same thing over and over. If you're working in my company,
I understand that,
and you're coming up with the same shortcomings all the time.
I understand that. I understand that. But what I'm saying is this coach of ours that we don't like, who makes boneheaded decisions at times, but at least gives a damn about his job, got us to the Eastern Conference Finals this year.
Hello. Ori, every squirrel will find a nut. Every squirrel, not some, everyone. But guess what? Is what you do with it. That's what I'm saying. He's been out coached every time.
But
you can't say every time.
Can't say every time. Him being out coached. Hold on a minute. We weren't saying this about Tibbs being out coached in the Pistons series. He didn't get out coached
or the Pacers or the Celtics series.
Or the Celtics series. Now all of a sudden Tibbs is getting out coached. I hate that damn narrative. You want to know why? Because every time the guy's on the job, every time the guy does what he has to do, he either gets ostracized no matter what he does, or period.
But hold on, Yuri. This is the real question for the Fire Tibbs people. Did you guys have us winning the championship? Like, I want to know in your minds with this roster, this team, this year, to all my Fire Tibbs people, did you think that he would take us this far, or to the finals rather, or to the championship, because you guys want to get rid of him based off losing this round? Like, it's one thing if you say you want to get rid of him. I know. I know.
From doing the same thing repeatedly. I've been saying it how many years? 6 years in a row. I've been saying the same thing. I haven't gone astray saying something different. I give him credit when he does what he's supposed to do as a regular basic coach. I'm not looking for a superstar. I believe we could win it, but guess what? You cannot remain with the same thing because it's not working.
But at the same time though, you can't listen. I'm not saying we were going to win a chip this year. The fact that we got to the Eastern Conference Finals, I say that's a success all around. Don't you agree?
Yeah, but listen to me, Ori.
At the same time, I'm not knocking him for the losing. I'm knocking him for being stubborn.
All right. Now, how many years we've been saying the same thing?
You've been saying the same thing for like 2 years.
All right. What's the results? What's the past results? What's the past results?
He's not going to change, and he's probably not going to.
All right. If he's not going to change, you got to get him out of here. You got to get him out of here. If you're not going to change, or you're not going to reach out for help. If he had reached out for some kind of help, guess what? I think we would have a different conversation right now.
At the same time, though, he's got us this far.
Everybody knows when we're going to make a change. Everybody know what time. He dips in his pocket and takes out this stupid piece of paper, and everybody knows when Towns is coming out, when Brunson is sitting down, when Deuce is coming in. Everybody knows that.
So what do you expect him to do, huh? What do you expect?
That's what I'm saying. There's no deviation at all. So what are you telling me? If we don't do it this way, nothing else is going to matter. No, you can't do that as a coach. Coach mean adjustment. That word helps you you got to make some kind of adjustment. But even when you don't know what's happening, you got to make some kind of adjustment.
Listen, coaching is hard. You can't say that because for one end, we don't know what goes on in Tibbs' mind. For two, we don't know what goes on in the other team coach's mind. Number three, how the hell, right, is he getting all the blame all of a sudden when he got
No,
when he got
he's not getting all the blame all of a sudden, Ori.
All I'm saying is, say what you want about him being stubborn, but if him being stubborn got us here this far.
So, all right, so hold on. Yuri.
The objective is to climb over that little hurdle. Like, see that little hump that we keep running into?
Right.
The objective is to get over on the other side of town.
So
that's what
Trevor,
the objective is.
Can we get over this objective of bouncing back from down 2-0? What did you say to that?
If we do the same different things I'm talking about, if we do that, I think we have a chance. Because guess what? Indiana's not playing this big, fantastic ball.
They're not. I agree with that part.
But you know what they're getting us with? As soon as we make that, like tonight when I saw campaign going, I'm saying, like, it's time for me to go find something to eat because I know what's going to happen. And I stayed and I looked and I see you taking a shot, you're hitting the shot clock. Hey, guess what? and you remain with it. At the end of the game, I know that Mitch was playing good, right? But check the minutes. So now we need scores. We need scoring, right? We need some scoring.
We played a lot of minutes.
And you have Mitch in there. Everybody know they're going to foul Mitch. Everybody know Mitch ain't looking to take no shots at the basket. Not even a 10-footer. Come on. How many years we're going to go over the same thing over and over?
So should we trade Mitch?
Oh, yeah. I've been saying that for a long time.
Right, yeah. You know, you did say that. You did. Listen, man, it's been a lot of calls, man. I need a body that's going to look at the basket and at least give me a 10 or 15-footer, even though you're going to miss. You understand what I'm saying? You are no threat to them, to whoever you're playing. Everybody know you're going to pass the ball.
Mitch is a good backup center, though. Why am I getting rid of Mitch?
All right. If you want to keep it as a backup.
Whoa. I was on your side until you said to trade Mitch. You want to know why? I was on your side until you traded Mitch. Because Mitch legit kept us in the game for literally the whole freaking 48 minutes. We are not close to winning this game without Mitch.
How many? Wait. Are we basing this performance on one game? Are we basing it on one game?
No, I'm basing.
No, Mitch has some good. He has some decent
something to
games.
you. Our best ability is.
I thought it was availability.
Availability. That's one part of it. That's one part of the equation. And I'm just only saying to you, if I'm playing against a guy I know is definitely not even gonna look at the basket, guess what? It makes my job much easier because I know he's passing the ball. It's not.
I was on your side till you say trade.
Jokic.
We don't get past.
Take for instance Jokic. Sometimes Jokic don't even shoot the ball. All he does is pass the ball, but as soon as you slack off, he's going to take that shot.
I was on your side about the whole game today until you said trade Mitch. Because
trade Mitch, been saying that.
We don't
he's been saying that.
Why saying trade Mitch for? The guy got us past the Celtics series. The guy got us past the Pistons series. And not to mention, he's been busting his behind.
Yes, I seen him busting. I have to give him credit there. Yes, he has been. But here where we play 5-on-4. When I'm sure he's not even going to look at the basket.
And I think that's another
defensive rebounds getting to the free throw line. Oh,
we're doing all right, but you see, if we looked at the basket, at least misses 10 feet from the basket, and we're sure he's not even going to try to score. Come on.
I think that's another issue like that we have where if you got guys that
anyway, Corbin,
are great in one side. Oh yeah, go ahead, Yuri. If you got somebody that's great on one side, you got somebody that's great on one side, but then they're like kind of, I don't want to say a liability, but they deficient in another area. Cause like I'm thinking about it, right? Like Towns and Brunson, right? They kind of have shortcomings on the defensive end, whereas you might could hide one of them, but hiding both of them is like, it's a challenge because even though you got Wingstop and OG and Mikal good defenders, when you got teams literally targeting Towns and pick and roll, force mismatch,
all right,
targeting Brunson.
You want to see a little irritating thing that happens repeatedly? Josh Hart. When Hart doesn't, anytime Hart fakes, he's like guaranteed to miss the shot.
Yeah,
he gotta shoot the ball. Sometimes he's wide open and he doesn't even think about shooting the ball, and it's irritating because he can shoot the ball.
Right, and you gotta shoot your shot. It's confidence too.
Even if you miss, at least we have a chance for a rebound. But when you don't shoot the ball, most of the times what happens? It's a turnover or very lousy shot that eventually goes up. Come on.
I agree. Like Josh Hart to me was somebody who shouldn't have been in the starting lineup. It's just that he looked good throughout the season, so they kept him there. I think that no matter how this season goes, I think you need to consider getting another starter if you feel like you don't have him on your roster, where you could put Hart to the bench. Because when he's not taking shots and he's passive, and it to me is just it's a detriment to what you got going on.
Yeah,
I don't want to be negative, gloom and doom, but it's just I'm just thinking about because we facing our playoff mortality right now. So it makes you look at.
Is Tim's playing so I can get my wish? Is he doing that?
I don't think he's going to be let go.
That's a big question.
I don't think he's going to be let go because I don't know if they thought they could get this far in the playoffs. I don't know if the Knicks plan to be.
Why?
The reason why I say that is because I feel like beating Boston kind of became the championship. And it should have never became the championship because we should actually try to win the championship.
Boston beat us the games in the regular season because of certain things that we didn't do. But we could beat Boston. Let me tell you something. We have great ability on our team. I believe in my team. But hear what? You gotta be hard nosed. I don't care how big and mighty you are. I've won games that people didn't think I could have won. Come on. But you can't go up there like you're scared. We're city boys. Come on.
That's a fact. By the way,
a lot of guys cannot play in the city. You know that?
No. Yeah, they're not built for it. That's a fact.
Right, they're not built for it.
I got a poll in the chat, by the way, guys. Can the Knicks bounce back in the series? Let me know. I want to know how you guys are feeling. I think that there's a chance. I don't know how much of a chance, but I'm curious to see on the road how Indiana responds, how New York responds, because I think that, it's possible we could get the next two games. It's going to be very hard. It's going to be a challenge, but if the Knicks just have that killer instinct where, we're the better team. I don't know if New York really believes they're the better team.
But that's the problem.
And that's a problem. And then the friends thing too, like Halliburton, like, one of the questions I was going to ask tonight, but I kind of threw my script away once they lost the game because I wasn't anticipating a loss tonight. But once we lost the game, before we lost the game, I was going to ask, is Tyrese Halliburton really a villain? Is he a villain, or is he just?
No, he wasn't doing nothing at the start of the game. He's not a villain. I
forgot what the other part was. If he was a villain or he was something else. Okay.
Let me tell you something. The Knicks could beat Indiana if they believe in themselves. If you make the coach makes, like, he has a habit when a guy gets hurt, no matter which guy it is, he takes them out. And I want to know what's wrong with this guy. You play a guy for 48 minutes in the season, and the excuse is that you toughen him up for this time of year. But when he gets hot, now you take him out. So what are you really telling me?
I mean, that's a good. I mean, he did keep Mitch in the game though. Mitch played 18 minutes straight. That was the first we've seen that. To be fair, but I don't know, man. Like, they got to bounce back, man, because it's hard to not think these negative thoughts.
But you cannot make those rookie mistakes. This is so simple. A guy is hot. You ride him until they can stop him. That's what they were doing with Siakam.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact. That's a fact. And we got to really, like, the sad part about this whole thing, right? And I said this on the game one review show, right? Post game show. I said, Nate Smith was not going to have another 30-point game.
Right.
Halliburton probably won't have another 30-point game. This team is kind of like a socialistic type of scenario where, they don't really practice individualism. So it's all in the system. On one night, one guy gets a turn to shine. The next night, another. So the sad part is you're going to be planning to adjust for Siakam. And he might not be the guy next game. It might be Nehard's turn or Turner's turn.
We need to play more one-on-one ball. We need more to play more man instead of playing like a switch and zone, half zone switch. Play more man.
The zone to me had some effectiveness at time, or the switching rather, because I thought they did a decent job early in the game. Big guys on the perimeter trying to chase guys off the line. Then they went away from that, and it's like.
But then they keep getting a lot of dump down under the basket, wide open dunks.
Yeah.
Or wide open threes, with one extra pass, wide open dunks or wide open threes. So I say play man.
Yeah.
Play man. If you switch back.
It's like Indiana is a hard, like, I think OKC would sweep them and probably blow them out at 20 points every night. Because
I believe so.
OKC, the defense, the schemes that they'll run, like they'll be able to cover ground. Like they might put Hartenstein in some pick and roll. I could see them trying to do that, but they'll just take him out the game. And then they got the Williams kid coming in, and those guys really good defensively, so. We got to really figure out, okay, how we're guarding the pick and roll scenarios on the perimeter. We got to really, like, because one time, the first game, we were drop coverage. Now we switching. But the drop coverage actually was working because we was up big. So, I don't know, man.
Until the operator take out the guys that got him up big.
That's another.
Because
that's
he
another
go
point.
in his pocket and take out his little piece of paper with his time, and you say, "Well, you gotta come in at the 3-minute mark. I gotta bring in this guy," and that's not coaching.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you get your final words, Trevor. Though
I wish that they get rid of him.
Oh man, it's
rough, but I gotta be rough. Let me tell you something. In this life, sometimes you have to make some rough choices. Rough. It may not be, and people keep saying, well, if we get rid of him, who are we going to get? Hello? There's a million other people out there. But guess what? You just didn't even look. You didn't look.
So
is that? you're heartbroken, but you didn't even put your resume out there to see what's really out there.
Okay, so is that your final take?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. I knew it was gonna be a Coach Tibbs joint. Okay, man. I appreciate you though, Trevor, man. You the man. I look forward to your future calls, man.
But you know, I love
game
you
3.
all. I
Yo,
love
for
all the
sure.
guys,
We got love for you too, man. Trevor, man, you already know. Game 3, I won't be able to do a post game show because I'm gonna be going to the movies on Sunday night after the game. So, the next.
So what do you think for game 3? Let me hear.
I mean, Trevor, I'm gonna keep it 100,000% real with you. I feel like the Knicks have to be prepared for the unknown because Indiana, they're a wacky team, and Siakam is not going to be his night. It's going to be Miles Turner, or it's going to be somebody else that
yes
they may not consider game planning for. So they're going to have to really figure out how they're going to defend the 3-point line, and then be able to adjust in real time. Okay, Siakam is doing this. We got to take that away from him, but also be prepared for them to not go to Siakam again in the second half because I've seen Indiana do that too. So, they're a very tricky team, and Rick Carlisle is a really good coach,
Yes.
So, but thank you, Chi. I appreciate it, man.
I think we could sneak this one out. I think we could sneak.
No, we could.
Third one.
No, we could, but it's going to require a lot. But thank you, T. I appreciate it, man.
All right. Take care, guys.
Salute.
Look.
All right, that was Trevor, Brooklyn, Queens. I got somebody else for you. Keep the calls coming, 646-995-8389. If I do miss your call, I will call you back. What's going on, man? State your name, where you calling from, man?
No, it's Swan, bro.
I know it's one, man. I know it's you. I just want you to let the people know. How's it going, man?
Oh, yes. South Carolina, former New Yorker here.
Yes, sir.
Man.
What's going on? How's the Carolinas treating you right now?
It's lovely.
Right now.
It's lovely, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's lovely. Okay.
Yeah, black women love me down here.
Oh, that's what's up. I'm not sure if you heard what my cousin called. He's in North Carolina. He was getting on me. He a Laker fan, so and he's officially a Knicks hater. He's officially a Knicks hater. So yeah, he called up earlier.
Pack him up.
Yeah, I had to. You had to get him up out of here.
You gotta disown him from the family.
Yo, listen, he calls me. Listen, this guy called me like 12 times. I'm trying to get ready for the show. He called me like 12 times. Then on the show, he calls another 8 times because, it's a little wait when I get a lot of calls. But yeah, it's crazy, man. But talk to me, man. What's going on?
What's his team? What's his team?
He's a Laker fan.
Oh, pack him up, bro.
But hold on, but get this, though. He's a Laker fan, but he's willing to trade us Luka for Brunson.
What?
Yeah, don't even think about it. Anyway, go ahead, man. let me know what's up. Let me know what's up, man. We down 0-2, man.
Man, bro, I'm sick to my stomach right now. Especially the Pacers, come on. Oh my God, I didn't think they were gonna lose this game. I didn't think they were gonna lose game 1. To be honest, I thought it'd be at least 1-1 somehow. Huh?
I had a whole different show lined up, Juan. A whole different call-up show. It was a way different look. I was going to talk about the All-NBA snubs, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Out the window now.
Now we got to talk about if Tibbs should stay, like if this, that, and the other. Josh Hart needs to come off the bench. Like, what's...
I didn't even want to go there. I was baited into that.
Yeah. Listen, man, Tibbs is not going to go anywhere. No matter if we... like him or not, he's here to stay because we got to the ECF and beat Boston. So people can just pack that dream up.
I agree. And also to add to that real quickly, like this is technically the 4th different team, but I'm going to say the 3rd different team that Leon Rose has gave Coach Tibbs. Remember the first team with Alfred Payton, Randall, RJ, right?
Oh,
Then he did Didn't remember the Kemba Walker experiment that failed.
That was horrible.
But I'm not even going to count that. Then you got year 1 of Brunson, the 3 lefties, Brunson, RJ, Randall. That's the 2nd iteration of a team that Leon Rose is giving Tibbs. Then we trade RJ for OG, and then we trade Randall. Now
Right.
this is the third iteration. So
Yeah.
my logic is, Leon Rose is the guy that kind of changed up the team. So when you say he's been here 5 years, he hadn't had a consistent team for 5 years. It's not like he had the same core guys for
Same
5
core guys.
years.
Yeah, you're right.
And he's been dropping the ball. It's actually impressive when you look at it. Like, damn, he had 3 different teams, and he still managed to get to
second round each
advance and
time.
get
Now
better.
he's at the ECF. Yeah, that's,
Right. So
it's hard to.
how do you
it's
fire
hard
a
to-
guy like that?
Yeah, you can't really, because as much as I was on that bandwagon for a long time, like after we beat Boston, I was like, well, he's a better coach than I thought.
Right.
But
Mission
it's
accomplished, right? The team was built to beat Boston, and they beat Boston.
Yeah, but now we got bigger problems on the hand. The Pacers and OKC. OKC is
Oh,
deep.
boy.
I don't know who's
I
beating
don't want to
them.
think about OKC. Yeah, I don't even think about OKC, man. Let's not even go to OKC. Let's just stay
with the Pacers,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I'm not sure if you watch. I'm not sure if you watch the Marvel comics, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's like the multiverse, man. Let's just stick to what we got now. Let's not worry about what's his name? Iron Man, the dude playing. What's the character he playing? Doctor
Yeah.
Doom, or what his name is? Let's not even worry about Doctor Doom right now. Let's just
Yeah,
stick
you're
to
right.
what we're dealing with right. Yeah, let's stick with Thanos and
the imminent threat right now.
yeah, that's not where when the portal opens up. And then,
Yeah.
So
no,
yeah, I mean,
like I agree with a lot of the sentiments though of like Josh Hart needing to come off the bench. For all the criticisms, Tibbs. I mean, we just got to the ECF. The guys, for once, didn't get all injured. Somehow.
I mean, Casey Smith. Salute to Casey Smith on that. The new head of the training staff.
Oh, okay.
Came from Dallas. Yeah, he was on point. They was raving about him. He's one of the reasons why we've had a good, clean bill of health.
Glad we got him though, because half the starting lineup was injured second round.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and he also, I think, was a part of the Mitchell Robinson, like delaying him, like giving him time.
Oh, that was
come.
him doing that.
Yeah, I think he played a role in that. Even though Mitch also said that he also kind of like needed more time.
So what I'm realizing is this team needs depth, right? But how the hell do you get depth when you have so much salary
Yes.
taken up that's almost at the apron? Like we're almost at the first or second apron.
Yes, well, we're over the first apron, and we'll be within $8 million of the second apron next season with 11 players. So you still got to get at least 3 more guys, because the NBA has a rule that you have to carry 14 guys bare minimum. You could have 12 guys for like a month, because we kind of manipulated that. Right. But you're gonna need to you're gonna have to bring in 3 more salaries with $8 million. It's more than doable. But
and the vet minimum is what?
Well, the vet minimum, it depends on how many years you're in. So like PJ Tucker, his minimum is 3.6, but he got like 16 years in.
Yeah.
True. Shamit, his minimum is like 2.6. Okay. So you could get another 2.6 and then 2 young guys. Now, the way you can there is ways you could expand your team. I mean, a lot of you Knicks fans ain't going to like it. I mean, you could move off of, one of these salaries you got and then bring in 2 or 3 guys. You could do one of them type of deals.
Yeah, because we need depth. We need depth. This is showing up constantly. That depth is needed. And the teams that are excelling, even though we beat Boston, they were up 20 and 14 on us a lot.
Yeah.
And I think the reason being is because they're just deep. These teams are deep. And ever since like the Golden State days, like when they were doing that thing, like depth has become a thing in the NBA. You know what I mean? And
no, I mean, it's a fair take, right? Because teams are utilizing their benches. I can't speak against it, especially when you look at the model of success thus far are teams that go deep into their bench. Denver got bumped. We're in a fight for our lives right now. Right. And, all of the teams that use short rotations, they're not here to speak for themselves. So
Right.
There could be something to that. There could be something to that.
And Denver was giving it's not like Denver gave OKC a fight. I think if Gordon stays
Bingo.
healthy,
Mm-hmm.
Gordon stays healthy, you got another player that can come off the bench. It might be the Denver East in the WCF right now. So
Denver got one trade they could make. One trade. And that's get off of Michael Porter Jr. and bring back like 2 to 3 pieces.
Yeah, Michael Porter, I don't know what's up with that guy, but he's
I would move him and get 2 to 3 pieces back.
Yeah, I think you're right. The Knicks, I think we keep Bridges. Like, who do we move though? Because
I mean, there's a couple of guys. Josh Hart and Brunson definitely not going anywhere. More than likely, Towns won't go anywhere unless you can get a Jokic. But I don't think Jokic is going to go anywhere because if OKC wins the championship, right, and they sweep everybody else besides Denver, I think Denver thinks, we could, if they swept everybody else, we could compete. All we got to do is get more pieces.
True.
So I think that the way the way they played OKC, I think saves Denver from having to move him. Like, I don't think he's going to want to go anywhere. I think he's going to have the confidence to come back.
OG's become vital, and he's a better shooter now too.
I mean, I don't want to say move OG or Bridges because I feel like this team has the capability of being the best offense in basketball next year.
Right.
The only problem I feel like is, are we harboring 2 liabilities that can't really, like, I love Towns and Brunson.
Yeah, because that's what Boston did, right? They got all these guys. They're like, all right, Tatum kind of falls apart. I mean, we saw it again. We saw it with the Knicks series. Except for that last game. Last game he was going off. But what they did is they got all these players so they could hide the weaknesses of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. For as good as they were, they had some really big flaws, and that's why they couldn't win the chip.
I give you another one. KP. They do a great job of hiding KP, Horford, and Cornette, because those guys, they barbecue chicken and pick and roll.
Right.
Every time I'm running pick and roll every time. But yeah.
So you can hide one guy who's a defensive liability.
Bingo.
But 2 guys, that's a problem.
And that's what Rick Carlisle has been playing off of in these last 2 games.
Too, because Gobert's getting exposed, right?
Oh, he's been getting exposed.
Yeah, but he's big time in this series. He's getting, So, I want to say, because the one caller, I forgot his name. He was going off about Mitch. He can't really shoot.
Oh, damn! Was that who is that? That was Trevor. That might have been Trevor talking about Mitch too. Yeah, he's not a Mitchell Robinson guy either.
No, I love Mitch. He plays hard. He's a great rebounder. The only problem is that he can't make his free throws, so you can't have him out there a lot.
And that's the point. So now you go to the bench, right?
Yeah.
And now you got a center as great as he is defensively and on the glass. And like I said, I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, right? But it's hard for me not to think about these games, these things, when you lose. Just win. I had a positive show. We was going to talk about defensive team snubs, all NBA snubs.
So what I think though, these rookies that we got though, they look really good. I think. I hate the fact that Tibbs never wants to play rookies, but whatever. Next year, I really think these guys are going to be a big vital piece and will help with the depth. That's if Tibbs plays them. Because Hook would be a great guy to have as another, because he plays defense. He's also
he'll get time. Yeah, I think he'll get time because Mitch and Towns, God forbid it, but they're due for injuries, so. You're going to need another center there during the regular season just in case that happens. So I think he gets time, and maybe Kolek, because Campaign, he's out of here most likely. And
Yeah,
I don't know if
what
they're
the
gonna bring
heck
back the
happened to
line
him.
right.
He was kicking our butt last year. I don't know what happened.
Well, he gets one game. Like, that's what the playoffs is, right? So, like,
oh yeah, true
with
story.
Indiana, what makes Indiana so dangerous is that they got
Any
a
guy can have
socialistic
that
system.
one game, yeah.
But you don't know who that's going to be. But we know that Naismith is not getting no more 30-point games. He might not even get another 20-point game.
Right.
Like, so, Campaign and guys like that, they get one game.
True. Yeah, I mean, I think I like the if they don't make it by the Pacers though, they definitely got to work.
What do you think is gonna happen?
Huh?
What's gonna happen?
You might have to, well, first of all, develop those rookies, and you might have to move a guy, like at least one of those. You might have to move one of the starters because you need depth.
Ooh, damn! Now you. Whoosh.
You know what I mean? As much as it pains me to say it, because I fall in love with all these guys, like they show me they play hard, like they got the New York attitude, but you also got to be like, well, this is not working enough. You know what I mean? Maybe, or do you run it back and you're gonna have depth if with these guys that you're developing on the bench? Like, what do you do? Do you want to keep moving guys all the time? Because eventually you want to have some type of continuity too.
And that's the challenge.
You know what I mean? Because that's now, the Cavs. I think if they didn't get injured, they had all this continuity. They kept just adding a guy, right? Same thing with Boston, right? They had a lot of continuity. Same thing. A lot of these guys, OKC, Denver, maybe they have different guys, but the cores has been really the same, right?
Right.
So the Knicks got to start doing that eventually. You need a core that's the same. Like Brunson is now there. Josh is now the core. Like those are core guys.
I just had a thought, yo.
Yeah.
Do you think that also to add to the mix? And like I said, I hate that I got to be the negative, objective fan.
Right.
But I am objective. That's one thing that's always going to stay.
Right.
Is Josh Hart another liability? Is he another liability?
He's a good defender. It's an offensive liability, in my opinion.
Sometimes he's scared to take the shot. But even on the defense, he's not. See, look, a lot of times, especially if OG's matched up with remember Detroit, OG was guarding Cade Cunningham. So now Josh Hart has to guard power forwards. He's not a power forward.
He's not a power forward.
He's 6'5" guarding. Right.
He can't do that. He's way undersized.
So do you have 3 liabilities in your lineup? See, guys, relax. I'm just asking questions. I'm not saying they are. They aren't.
Made it this far with that many liabilities.
Exactly. And a coach like Rick Carlisle is exploiting a lot, man. I mean, I thought that, we could run pick and roll all the time, and we have been running pick and roll, but it just doesn't look like.
I'm getting sick of people talking about the. I'm sorry I keep cutting you off. I hate it when that other guy did that to you, to that Pacer fan. It's like, Jesus Christ, let you talk. I'm sorry, I'm doing it too. I keep cutting you off.
That's all good, man. It's the call-up show, man. It's all good. I don't listen, man. I right now I'm gonna keep it real. I'm trying, as you talk, I'm getting inspiration, but it's kind of hard for me right now because I'm trying to maintain a level head. But I keep just having these negative thoughts, damn. It's really hard to it just
to be
because I thought
right
that we were. I thought we were a better team. That's it.
Yeah, me too.
And it's looking like, I was wrong. And I'm trying to figure out how could I not see it? But the bright side is not over. Series is not over.
Right. The series not over.
We see teams come back.
I gotta you gotta give Tubbs his credit. Like for him to not have that continuity and still pull this team to the ECF. I think to me, Leon Rose is a mad genius. To me, in my opinion.
Salute to Leon Rose.
Yeah, and salute to him because for him to do this and to get the players he was able to get, I mean, and we got ECF. I know we thought, hey, we beat the champs. We should be in the finals, and it's still a possibility, right?
Right.
I'm not gonna count the Knicks out, but it doesn't look good right now.
Doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, but we're gonna keep keep it positive. We try to keep as positive as we can, but I ain't gonna lie.
If they make it to the finals, you do got to make some tweaks. It's obvious at this point.
Man, it's what it's like, right? It's like, all right, cool, bam, to bring it back to Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now we go into battle. We defeat Loki. Yeah. But now we gotta fight Dr. Doom. Thanos or Dr. Doom, and he's coming with the super magic and intergalactic power, and he has Galactus brainwashed. Drops Galactus in the middle of the earth. Boom. Right in front of Avengers Tower. He steps on it. Bam. So it's I'm happy with I don't think that if we lose to Indiana, I don't want to get swept. If you get swept, that's bad. But worst comes to worst, if we lose to Indiana, this year still was a good year.
Yeah.
We don't want to lose, and we hate Indiana.
Especially not to the freaking Pacers. Jesus. In a historic fashion at that.
Right. So, even if we lose, right, I'm not going to be negative Nancy. I'm not going to be, because we talk Knicks all year round. My podcast continuously runs. I don't stop. My This Week Inside the Knicks is always, and bro, when I do my podcast, I never go back to talk about the 90s. I don't be all like, oh yeah, well, how about you? I did do a show, and that was a different show. That was a special show I did on you and that one show. But I always keep it current. So there's always going to be stuff to talk about. And I won't be negative. I won't be negative.
I gotta see it stop hearing this. Like, I don't know why people always want to kill Brunson. The reason why we in here is because of Brunson. You gotta stop getting on that guy. Like, the Knicks are and I'm sick of the comparison to Melo. He's nothing like Melo. Just stop, please. Melo to me.
But why they knocking on Melo? But why they got knocking Melo?
Huh?
Why they knocking Melo? Why they tearing down Melo? He was
a hog. He was the true ball hog, and they think Brunson is a hog.
Yeah, but Melo, man, listen, man, Melo made us relevant, bro. Like, if Melo wouldn't have came to New York, where would we be? And then you know what else I get upset at?
Yeah,
Jeremy Lin. Like, people always talk. This is how I know that you're not a hardcore Knicks fan. If we talking about the Knicks and I just like meet you or something like that, and then you start talking about Jeremy Lin, I'm like, oh yeah, you don't pay attention.
Yeah, this is a casual right there.
He's just like, dude, like, Jeremy Lin.
2 weeks in New York. Come on,
two weeks, and now we talk about Jeremy Lin. Salute to Jeremy Lin, but come on, man. And then here's the part that the casuals don't realize or don't remember. He greased us. He left.
Yeah.
Got up out of here. Got his name up and took his talents to Houston and never did nothing. You know why? Because the scouting report came out. And that was the end of that.
End of that.
That was
end of the insanity.
End of the insanity. But like, to bring it back to Brunson.
Yeah.
36 points, 11 assists, 3 turnovers. Only 3 turnovers.
How does a ball hog have 11 assists? Stop it. Stop.
The man, I mean, 13 to 27 from the field.
I personally think Brunson is the best individual Knick player I've seen, personally, in the clutch.
Oh, yeah, that's not a debate. In the clutch, I don't think nobody would debate that.
I can't put him quite over Melo yet, but if he gets the finals.
As far as what? As a player or as a Knick? Because those are two different things.
As a Knick. I might say he's a better Knick, to be honest.
Nah, he's definitely a better. I mean, the dude tied Bernard King or passed Bernard King in 40 balls, and he's only been here for 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, the things that Brunson is doing is I
don't know. I never wanted Melo to come to New York, to be honest. I never liked his attitude. I never liked that. He always seemed like a selfish player. Like, he one time in an interview said, I can't pass the ball to myself. That's some like movie stuff right there, like TV show movie stuff. He said that live in an interview. I remember him saying that.
Was that when the team was bad, or was that when the team?
I don't remember when it was, but I never seen an actual player say, "I can't pass the ball to myself." That's some ego. Like that ego is crazy on that man.
By the way, Fritz, I see you in the chat, man. Call up, Fritz. Call up. But
So yeah, but let's. This is not about Melo or anything. This is about the playoffs. I just want the narrative.
Yes.
Some narratives need to stop, and the narrative about Brunson being a hog is not true. First of all, and I think it's still Knicks fan says this. Tibbs is the one calling these. Yeah, salute to him. He said Tibbs is the one constantly calling these plays. He calls a lot of these ISOs, and then if Brunson is calling his number too much, it's up to the coach to be like, "Hey, chill out with that. You know, you got your mans open. Look for your guy." You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. And then not only that, if the other players are scared to shoot, right?
Bingo. I was going to get there.
Yeah, scared to shoot, and they're not making buckets. He's not gonna let the game get out of hand. He's like he's an alpha dog. He's the one that got the most dog in him. So and he's our best player. So what is he gonna do? He's like, all right,
there you go.
But we ain't gonna if we ain't got a shot and you guys are being chicken to shoot, I'm gonna do something here. You know what I mean? That's what the alpha dog does.
If Mikal Bridges didn't have the decent fourth quarter he had, man. Oh, but yo, let me get back to you, Juan. I got a special guest caller. I got this guy, get this brother. I appreciate you though, Juan.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man.
Salute, family.
Peace.
Peace. Hold on. Hello, caller. State your name, where you calling from. Let's go.
Hey, this is Fritz.
Salute, Fritz. How's it going, brother? How's everything been with your show, with your channel, with everything? How's it going?
I don't know, lifing. Just wanted to kick it after the show.
Man, I appreciate you calling up, man. Talk to me, man. I mean, we down 0-2. I never thought I'd see this day. I ain't gonna lie, I prepared a whole different show. But this is why you don't get too cocky, and you gotta wait for the game to finish.
Yeah. Anything can happen. Like, you know, I mean, I've been a fan a long time, so nothing really shocked me. But yes, disappointing.
Very disappointing. I mean, how is this? Okay? Do you put these two losses on Coach Tibbs, or how much of the blame do you give to Coach Tibbs?
Some.
Some.
Wow.
Okay, I'm riding with that.
Some, like, I can't give it all. You know, the players put the ball in the basket.
Facts.
I'm gonna give him some, and some of it's like the preparation, how we got here.
Right.
Like we know the type of player he used. He's not gonna change. He's not gonna change his total scheme in the Eastern Conference Finals. We know what he is. We know how he goes about things.
But I mean, some things that I feel like campaign. I mean, I salute the campaign. I appreciate all the work he's done, but he's clearly showing that he took Landry Shaman out the rotation. So why does Cameron Payne get to keep his spot? Like, that's one thing that I feel like is just a mystery to me. Like, this guy's had one good game in the entire playoffs, and you continue to play him.
I think it's history. Like,
okay.
I think Tom Thibodeau respects his history. Like, he's in short minutes. He's played that role.
Right. Definitely has experience doing that. For sure.
So I think just Tom respects his history over what he sees. Like, you know what I mean? Landry just doesn't have that resume. And I don't think he's gonna
for sure. But what about DeLon Wright though? DeLon he was given some good minutes before the playoffs started. Why not give him a look?
I, what would I do versus Tom Thibodeau?
No, I know,
Yeah.
but I'm just like, I'm not trying to bash Tibbs at all because, like you said, I agree with you. Like I like a lot of people is just saying it's Tibbs' fault or they saying it's Brunson's fault. I'm like, man, they all got a role to play in this, man. They
I'm
all
not
got a role.
shocked. Yeah, I'm not shocked that he hasn't used him. I'd probably use him, but he has this lockdown 8-man rotation,
Mm-hmm.
and he ain't in the circle of trust.
Yeah, but
Basically,
I mean, I get that. No, I'm for a tight ship. Hell, I'm even for the 8-man rotation. But my thing is, like, you got to get production out of somebody. And if they're not, if 6 games go, like he did it with Shamit. That's the thing to me. Like, Shamit didn't do nothing. And he said, yo, I'm not even going to play you. And I respected that. But now it's like you're tied to a guy who, even though he has the history, especially in short minutes, but you've seen what he does. He gets one good games and that's it. And that's really what his role is. Maybe we need to like get some of these other guys involved. Like Precious, I felt more against the Celtics series. He should have got more time than this series because Indiana plays small. But I mean, you got to do some different things on the bench.
you do. Like
Yeah.
that's where you got to hold him accountable. That's where I'm not shocked at anything I'm seeing right now from Tom Thibodeau. I'm not shocked.
Yeah,
But
I know that.
at the same time, I've been kind of upset. Like how, like why is rotation so short? Like why aren't you giving people a chance? Like, yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
So, do we have a chance to come back in this series? We down 0-2. Do we have a chance to go to Indy and to tie this thing up?
Yeah, of course. Like we're the better team. Like I don't think that's in question.
Okay. I feel a little
Um,
better about that coming from you.
I think we have the better stars. I think,
That's a fact. Yeah,
but they need to bring it 48 minutes. Can't start out slow.
I agree with that.
You have to get the lead, and with the Pacers, it's important because um their leader is Halliburton. Like Halliburton's their leader, and the way he plays, like if he plays totally different when he's behind and when he's ahead. And
Facts.
like when he's ahead, he could. I guess the pressure is not on him. He plays a lot freer.
Right.
Like he plays like an all NBA player. He plays like an all NBA player when he's up, and when he's down, he's pretty just above average.
Yep. That's when
And
you
it's
start
like,
to see the disappearing acts.
yeah. So I'm like, yo, you need to get a lead on him. You can't give him any confidence. You need to turn him into a
Nope.
shooter. You can't let him. You can't let him get everybody involved. You just gotta let him take those awkward threes. Like, don't let him run around. Don't let him just get everybody involved. Like, let him just keep jacking up them awkward threes.
I agree with that. I agree with that because I feel like it's just when you watch the games, it's hard to, I don't know, like fathom what's going on at times. Like even when we have the lead, I'm like, oh man, this team is still a threat. And then I'm just waiting for like the fourth quarter to see if we actually will close them out because, I've seen them do some miraculous things, not even just against us in game 1. So I'm just trying to, in my mind, stay from being negative because I was starting to think before you called that they were the better team. That my mind just kept going there.
No,
And
they.
mhm.
One thing I do see with the Pacers, like they capitalize on mistakes. Like you miss a switch, you do something wrong, they're gonna find an open guy. Like so, Knicks gotta tighten up. Like that's one thing. Like if you miss an assignment, like they'll take that easy too.
That's a
Um,
fact.
so like it's on the Knicks. Like, yo, you can't lose your man. You can't like
At
that
all.
that the mistakes. Like the
Yeah, and
mistake, you
yep.
gotta cut down on mistakes.
Got to cut down on the mistake. See how many turnovers we had. We just had 12 turnovers. See, it's like you wanted certain critical things you feel like they might have dropped the ball in. Then you check the
No,
stats. Oh, 12. There's only 12 turnovers. You
no,
know.
no, but like defensive, like there's a lot of mistakes, like losing a
Yes.
man or they taking gambles, leaving man like people open, that kind of stuff. Like that's the stuff that bothered me. Like,
Yeah. Leaving Siakam open.
yeah,
And
yeah,
watch the next game. He's going to get like 11 points.
yeah.
And there's going to be somebody else's turn. So like, my next thing I got a question. Because I was just there. Like this is just negative thoughts, but I'm trying to maintain my level headedness. But do you think that we have two liabilities on the floor defensively in Brunson and Towns, and maybe it's kind of like it's just really hard. I'm gonna say it's really difficult to protect both of them. Do you see it like that?
I'll playing them at the same time.
Yes,
Like,
like being that like
yeah,
you have these because like a lot of teams like Indiana, like let's say Halliburton is the weak link defensively. Okay, you
hmm
can have an easier time hiding him. Or Boston's another example where you got KP in pick and roll. So they'll try to hide KP and put him on the two guard or put him on Josh Hart or put him elsewhere so that way he's not getting caught in pick and roll. Do you think that having the two guys on the defensive end makes it harder on the Knicks defensively to be like an elite team? And that's why when Mitch comes in the game, they look like a way different team. What do you think about that?
it does. And then Josh doesn't really leave the floor that much.
I
Like
forgot to add him too, Josh,
Josh
because
don't
he
leave
could
the
technically be
floor.
the third liability in some ways.
Yeah. So yeah, those are all questions. Like, believe me, it's just in some of these lineups, like we're trying to come back. We needed offense, and he just like cat on the bench because he wanted
That
defense.
was crazy.
And
That was
then not
crazy.
only did he want defense, like he had Mitch is in the score, Harden
No,
is in the score. How are you gonna come back and you got two people on offense who don't really?
bingo.
You're like, it's just
And
it
then
didn't make sense.
on the back of your mind, you should think Hacker Mitch because that's what I was thinking. Okay, this would be the time to do Hacker Mitch.
Yeah,
So how does not come across your radar? But
and also like he pulled Cat right after he hit a three,
Trevor was saying that earlier. The guy Trevor who calls, yeah, he said that. Yeah, he did.
and it was like that was in time. And then Cat had like 20 points in 25 minutes, and you needed to
Crazy,
come back, and then you just sat on
crazy.
way
Yeah,
too long.
Cat was balling in the second half, and it's hard to like. How do you get a rhythm when you're pulled out the game in moments like that? It's kind of debilitating. Then you put him in the last 3 minutes, like, okay, now go out there, and it's like if you would have left him in the whole game, you might be up 10 because Cat can explode. Like these guys are really dynamic on the offensive end.
Also, like it's been consistent that Mitch has been playing between 15 and 18 minutes, and he's been gassed. Like, but
Yeah.
but since it was working, I think he played more than Cat today. Not only that, he's been gassed, and you played him 16 straight minutes.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was like, what? Like, he's been gassed in these like 6 minute stretches, and you throw him out there for 60 minutes. And he started great, but you have to sit him. You have to sit him. 'Cause, like, you can't. 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 You can Sit him for like 5 minutes and then bring him back. But you gotta sit him. You can't just
Yeah, you can't play
leave
him
him out there.
straight.
Can't play him 16 minutes straight. So
Yeah, I agree.
those are
I agree with that.
those are the kind of things I'm like. I was just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, it just like I got a page full of notes here. I'm just like, yo, honestly, man, I was so like taken aback from the frustration because in my mind, when I previewed the series, I said the Knicks are the better team. Like I really did believe that, and I still do. It's just you know, Coach Tibbs, like you said, I can't put it all on him. So I'm like, damn, is it just that they're just better than us, and maybe my Nick fandom is holding me back from seeing that.
No, no.
But
I people getting on me. I said changes need to happen. Like, but I don't necessarily say it doesn't have to be fire Tibbs, but changes need to happen. Like, you gotta have a conversation. Tibbs, like these things can't happen next year. I don't know if you got to get him a new top assistant. I don't know. You have to get
yeah,
him an offensive guru. I don't know if you have to get
mm.
him something, or do you have to replace him? Like, but it can't go forward. It can't. We can't go into next year looking like this.
I wouldn't mind the offensive guru because I said that I think this Knicks offense could be the best offense in basketball next year because I see some of the things they're trying to do, and I feel like they could get another offseason to really work and like implement things and have a training camp to really put these things into practice. But will Coach Tibbs do it? That's the other side of the hope that
Yeah,
we won't know until it happens.
yeah, yeah. Like my whole thing, people have been flinging me. I'm like, yo. I said, if you do keep him, like you have to have a game plan, and it's like, yo, you got to stick to this. And if next year he goes to the next year and he just reverts, you gotta replace him, or
Yeah, I would
or
agree, especially if you start losing.
yeah. But I mean, my thing is not even win loss. It's like you you have to build up to the playoffs, and I think Tibbs plays like it's playoffs game one, and it's like, oh,
Mm.
can't approach the season like that. Like I don't, you can ramp up after the All-Star game and play people more minutes, stuff like that, but you can't approach the whole season like it's 82 games because you're gonna burn your players out. You see OG fading at the end of the game. You see certain players could they're just not. It's just not working. Like I think
And they said he's dealing with a hamstring, right?
yeah, he had
OG,
it for a few games. So like, why are you
that's
riding
crazy.
him like that? Like why? You know, there's a human element. Like you
No,
can't.
that makes sense. I see it. Now, that's probably why he's not playing well. But I'm gonna let you get your final thoughts, man. I appreciate you calling up, brother. I mean, anytime you want to call up, anything you
Sure,
got you want to share, man. You could always let the
sure,
people
no
know it,
problem.
and anything you got upcoming as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, we go do good, go for it. Be nice to Melo. Be nice to Jeremy Lin, because I don't think they accurately tell the whole story. But be nice.
Wait,
Let,
who we talking about? Them talking about on the podcast?
yeah, okay. I need to explain people what actually happened with Jeremy Lin and
Oh,
how
okay.
people say it. Jeremy Lin didn't stab us in the back. Jeremy Lin didn't
So
stab us in the back.
so
So
what happened with the?
okay. So the they didn't have all these April rules, but
Mm-hmm.
we signed Jeremy Lin as a 1 year player.
Right.
So the Knicks are like, yo, Dolan was like, we want to bring you back. Jeremy Lin, love you, want to bring you back, but all we can offer you is $5 million. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have the rules say if Stone signs you to an offer sheet, we can match.
Right.
So he's like, you're gonna have to. They told Jeremy Lin, you have to get another team. to sign you to money, and we'll just match it. We'll bring you back. Don't worry about it. Jeremy Lin said, okay. Houston invites Jeremy Lin under the premise that he's going to sign Jeremy Lin to like a 2-year, like $20 million contract. Knicks are happy. Knicks is like, sign it, and then we have a certain amount of days, we'll match it. Houston's like, okay, we're gonna sign you tomorrow, Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin shows up to sign his 2-year, $20 million contract. Houston puts on the table 2 years, $52 million, and says, you have 30 minutes to sign it.
He signed.
So
he signed for $50 million.
Yeah, 2 years, 2 years, $52 million, and he had no choice. It was either I'm going to take $5 million for the Knicks, or I'm going to take $52 million, and hope the Knicks are going to sign it, because Knicks could match the $26 million too, like
right.
The Knicks going to match it. So he's like, oh, they didn't give me a choice. I signed it, and hopefully the Knicks match it. And Knicks are like, no, I can't match that much. And that's why he left. Like, he didn't have a choice. The Knicks couldn't offer him more than 5 without someone signing him first.
He
didn't really stab us in the back. It's Houston pulled the okie doke. He didn't even know that money was going to be there. They told him.
No, so because this is what I thought would happen. Because what happened was they front loaded the contract or they back loaded the contract. One of the two. Where because I got it here. The contract he signed was 3 years, 25. Right? I could put it on the screen. I just was looking it up on my thing. But it was a 3 year, $25 million deal. And I thought that the Knicks wanted to bring him back, but he was hunting for the most money, and Houston gave him more money, so that's why he didn't come. That's what I initially thought. But
but like maybe I got the numbers wrong, but like the Knicks couldn't match. It was just that the Knicks couldn't offer. Like the Knicks couldn't offer what he wanted. Like the rule, since he was like, undrafted, so they can only offer him like the mid-level exception, like as if he was a free agent.
Right.
So they can offer more than that. So like the weird rules was, you just have someone else sign him, and then you just match it, and then
right.
Houston just went overboard with it.
Yeah, I got it on the screen. I just can't tell if it's front loaded or not. It just says 3 year, 25. I can't remember if they put the $10 million on the first year. And something to that, the $10 million, because he was because
it was weird.
They didn't have because I don't think they had bird rights for him. So that's why they couldn't. Yeah, they didn't have the. So it is what it is. But I hear you though, man. I appreciate that though.
Yeah. Yes, but it was they Houston needed him. Houston, he was. You know what I mean? Yao Ming was gone. They had all these Chinese sponsors.
Yeah, it was big business.
It was like, we need, he could sell these tickets and he can keep our sponsors around. So it was like nothing to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Nah. Yeah, I remember. But my point, my grand point for bringing up Jeremy Lin earlier is because like when I meet people, because every day I'm decked out in Knick gear. Like, it's like I'm going to the garden every day. I got on the jacket, I got on the hat. So people stop and talk to me. So when they would talk to me about Jeremy Lin, I'm like, yeah, dude, you're just a casual fan. There's no way. You're gonna meet me and we're gonna talk about the Jeremy Lin days. Like I just that's why I said that. But thank you, Fritz. I appreciate you, man.
All right, no problem.
Anytime, brother. Anytime. Salute. That was Fritz from the Nick of Time show, NBA Economy show. I do got another caller here. The Dusty tested me talking about he was just joking. Nah, you ain't joking. You a Nick hater, bro. Don't make me call you back, Dust. Nah, stand on that. By the way, keep the calls coming. 646-995-8389. This is the Knicks Call Up Show. Hello, caller. State your name. Where you calling from?
I'm Don from Fort Greene.
Oh, salute. Oh, Fort Greene, Kings County in the house. How's it going, my brother?
Copy. That Jeremy Lin situation. Who cares about that, man?
I
It's
mean,
about
I got
it's
you. Go ahead,
about
let's go. I like that. Let's go.
it's about what's going on right now, the chemistry
Facts.
that's going on the team, the lack of trust of the staff, Thibodeau not believing in the people that he got behind him.
Mm,
Like I totally disagree with what's going on basically with Landry Shamet. If you look at him, his history, he has more playoff games than anybody on that roster. He's a proven player. When he was with the Clippers, he was a vital guy on that rotation. Played both sides of the ball. The last 12 games with the Knicks this season, he shot almost 50% from three. And he was
that's a good
playing
point.
defense. All of a sudden, Thibodeau comes to him and tells him, "Oh, I'm not playing you, but you're playing Cameron Payne, who constantly turns the ball over, who can't finish at the cup, and
Mm,
plays terrible defense. When you need
mm.
defense, now this is a guy that's a proven 3-and-D guy. He dealt with a shoulder injury coming into camp this year, got healthy, and once he got healthy, he was back to his own self. Look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie. Women do. You know?
Hey
And
man, don't just single out the
okay, that's
ladies,
a
man.
fact. That's a fact too.
Go
But I just
ahead.
don't like the fact that number one, we're probably the only few teams in the NBA who don't play their first round picks, who don't play, they don't generate a rotation. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that they play this drop coverage with the big
Right.
man is a
Yeah.
horrible thing when you playing with a lousy defender. You got Brunson is just a smaller guy. In the fourth quarters, you see obviously what they do is they do the high screen, get him switched on Halliburton, where he's one-on-one on the top of the key. Halliburton does his magic, either finds an open man or shoot right over him.
Right.
We can't do anything about that. But you can't have empty possessions on the other side of the ball when you're on the offense and you're playing hero ball. You're playing team basketball for 3.5 quarters. As soon as the
Mm,
fourth quarter comes, even though he got the award for most clutch player in the fourth quarter or whatever, it's because he plays hero ball. You got to develop chemistry. That's the way you win championships. You got to develop trust. You can't play 8 guys for 110, 112 games in a season. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
That's a long road. That's a long road. And I just think his mistake is number one, not playing a quality veteran. Look at Shaman's numbers. Look at the games he's played.
So
The
so
last
I
12 games, he was killing for the Knicks.
no, Shamit was definitely playing well. I actually did an unfiltered thought series because I got this video series I do for channel members, right?
Right.
And I actually did a video saying I owe him an apology because I was like, yo, why is
Big
this guy
time.
playing? But
Big
he
time.
he played well. But just to be clear, while I do agree with you, Shamit does have playoff experience, but he doesn't have the most. Like Campaign probably has the most. Campaign has 72, 71 games. Shamit has 60. Just so we could be clear for the record.
Okay.
But
There's a
I agree
12.
with what you're saying that he does have experience. That part is the main part of what you were saying.
I
That he
mean,
has
he
the
was a
experience.
vital piece to that Clipper team when they made them runs,
Right.
playing
Yeah.
both sides of the ball. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and it's a lot of things when you look at the Knicks, man. They was talking about when they got Cat Durham before the training camp started. It's okay. Listen, our plan this is not a direct chance to win a championship this year. We're gonna go and do a 2 or 3 year plan. But when you get an
Right.
opportunity to get Cleveland and Boston out at the same time in the same playoff, you got to make that run. You got to look at
Yeah.
yourself and look at your team and say, look, we got a guy on a bench. We got a few guys. Precious Achua got a ring.
Right. Yep. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? listen, he may not be Hakeem Olajuwon, but you just got to get a couple of minutes. You know what I'm saying? You know, you put these guys on the island with athletes. Indiana has none but athletes on it. When they go small, I
Yeah.
love Cat, and I love what he brings, but he doesn't know how to repost at all. Once he gets the ball on the high screen and he's on the top, he's going, but I mean, just kamikaze to the rim, throwing elbows, throwing up
Yeah.
crazy shots. Like, it's just, we got an opportunity right now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We got the 1 and 2 seed out the way. We got home
That's a
court
fact.
no matter what it is. Even though we
Yep.
can't win at home this playoff season. You
No,
can't
you're
waste
right.
that. We don't know what's going to happen next year. We don't know what teams are going to make crazy trades next year.
And there's going to be a lot of them too.
It's going to be a major change. San
The league
Antonio's
is
going to
going to
get
look way
San
different.
Antonio's going to make the trade with Milwaukee and get the
Giannis?
best player in the basketball right now. They
Giannis?
got the assets. You know, they're going to put him with Wembanyama, and it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a nightmare.
Houston got good assets too. Houston can get anybody. But I'm gonna tell you the team that really could do. You talk about Thanos, like how we was talking about Thanos earlier. OKC, my brother.
I don't think they need to make the
OKC.
move.
Listen, bro. Let's say OKC loses, and they decide, we got like 15 first-round picks.
Yo, they got so
I'm
many
gonna go
picks.
get Jokic.
Yo, there was a scout that analyzed their team. They got players on their roster that can be like rotational players on any other team in the NBA. They're so young, they're so stacked.
It's crazy.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And they got the picks, so they can do whatever. Like, they're in the complete draft. If they say, yo, let's go get Jokic, we'll drop 6 picks, we'll give up Jalen Williams and Hartenstein, and you give us Jokic, and we give you 6 picks.
And they still got guys to fill up that roster.
Bingo.
Big time.
So, like, they really got, but of course, I don't think they'll do a move like that. But I'm just saying, like, there's teams that could really, like, imagine Julius Randle going to Detroit.
Yeah, man. I'm
That'd
not the
be
biggest
crazy.
fan of Julius, but I wanted them.
But
to
on
run it
Detroit, that'd be scary, bro. Because that's
Big
what
time.
Detroit needed. That's
Big
what.
time.
That's
They
what.
need a big
That's
bruiser like him.
there. You go. That could score.
That could score anywhere on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Versatile. You could put him anywhere from 4 to 5. He can play the center spot. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo.
Him and Duran, like that's a nasty combo. You put those.
So that's what I'm saying.
And that young kid that's injured, that they got the 2 guard.
Ivy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God.
He's nice.
With that coach, man, they're gonna beat Cunningham again and Thompson. That's a bad team, man. You're right about that. So that's why I'm saying the opportunity now is right here for the Knicks. We can't blow it.
So with that being said, can we come back down 0-2? Can we come back? Do we have a chance?
Honestly speaking, I think we can, only because we're good on the road.
Right.
For some
reason,
reason,
that's what I'm holding on to. Yes. Go ahead.
We're really good on the road, but we got to figure it out, man. How are we going to implement the 2 bigs together? And we got to be committed to not just quick switching on that defense.
I agree.
It's a help to help. Mark Jackson always says that. When the screen is coming, the guy that's screening your man, you got to come help. Stand pat. You know what I'm saying? Help to help. Be vigilant. Like, knowing who you guarding. Mitch, I love him. But he left Trey Turner in the corner 3 times in that 4th quarter.
Yeah.
You got to know. Listen, I know your reaction is naturally to go to the basket, but you got a 3-point shooter in the corner. He scored 14 points in that 4th quarter. You got to know what's going on.
And that's the crazy part. Like, it's like, I feel in my heart, mind, body, and soul we're the better team, but it's just like they're just playing better.
The mistakes and the empty possessions. The empty possessions, not just the turnovers, because the turnovers wasn't an issue today. It's empty possessions. You know what I'm saying? These guys not covering in transition. You know They go 10 deep in Indiana. They're gonna run you all day long. You gotta
all
be
day.
mindful of that. And the
Yep. They
coaching
put a
staff
new
has
5
to
in.
tell you
Boom.
that.
Yep.
As a player, you should know that. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I agree. Listen, I love what and look, they got a winning coach. Carlisle, he's a winner. He's a champion. You know, like he know what he's doing out there. You
Yeah,
know,
he's a world-class coach for sure.
big time, man, big time. When we was looking for a coach, I wanted him as a coach. I wanted him and the guy that's coaching in Cleveland. We
Oh,
had him on our
Atkinson?
staff.
Yeah. But he made some mistakes in this playoffs too that I'm like, damn, the great coach Kenny Atkinson. Well, once again,
Kenny
Carlisle.
Atkinson, his problem is that he has. You ever watched the movie Bronx Tale with Eddie Mush?
Yes. Oh yeah, classic.
Donovan Mitchell was Eddie Mush. Listen,
Wow.
he's been on pretty good teams in Utah when they won 54, 55 games, #1 seeds, and they never get out the second round. For some reason, this kid cannot get out the second round. His teams are phenomenal during the regular season, but it's just something. Either injuries or just him shooting bad in Utah. Like,
It's
I don't know
something
what
that
it
you're
is.
right. It is something
It's
to that, right?
something.
It is
Look
something
at it.
to that.
Look at the. Come on, man. That 3-year run with Utah, they were murderers row,
Right.
and they get to
Yeah.
the second round, and they just forget how to play basketball.
And they was a #1 seed too, right?
#1 twice. Two
Twice,
out of the
yeah.
last in that run, it was twice. You got to look at it. Something's going on there, you know. And I'm so glad the Knicks didn't kick those ties in that situation. You know, they really the fans wanted Mitchell bad, but I just wanted Brunson to have his own team because I knew he can run this team.
Why do you think Brunson is getting a lot of flack right now when he's the
not
only
efficient like he
one?
was before. His numbers, he's shooting way more shots. He's missing more shots. He was efficient the last 2 years. Look at his numbers. They're kind of dropping. His field goal percentage is kind of dropping. And
You think so? I thought
I
it
think
was.
he's taking more shots. He's
I'm
a
gonna put it
scorer
up.
of
Let's
points
see.
big time, but with less shots. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's
So I
still
got it up here
productive.
now. So are you talking about regular season or you talking about playoffs? Which one?
I'm talking about this overall, like
Okay.
overall.
So I got the regular season joints up here. So he took 18.5 shots, made 9, so he's about 49%. And then he's also about 8% from 3. So that's pretty solid if you ask me.
That's very solid. That's very
So,
solid.
and I'm gonna go to the playoffs. Playoffs he's shooting. Let's see. He's taking 22 shots, shooting 45%, which is slightly lower, and then 35% from 3. But it's the postseason, and he went up against 2 good defenses in Boston and Detroit.
Right.
But I mean, Brunson is the only one. Like, I get it. Like, we want him to pass. I mean, he does pass. He's averaging like over 7 assists. Had 11 assists tonight. But my thing is that when these guys are just like not bringing it, like, what do you want me to do? Like,
Right.
I mean,
so he goes into the hero mode.
Then I got no choice. But I do agree that, there's times where Brunson needs to maybe facilitate, but maybe that's the adjustment for next year. Maybe they need another year under their belt. And if they, so here's another question I should have asked everyone. If they don't come back, is this year still a success?
Yes and no.
Okay.
But I say yes because nobody expected them to do what they did this season.
Right.
However, you got to take advantage of opportunity. And like I said, I hate to keep beating that drum, but dude, we got Cleveland and Boston out the way.
Yeah.
Indiana's supposed to be a tough team to deal with, but we're supposed to handle these guys. That first game, it snatched our soul, bro. Like literally two
Did
minutes
it?
and 38 seconds in that fourth quarter, we were up by 9 points. We was actually up 11. We was at 9 points with 50 seconds left. Then to have that
Crazy,
happen, that ball hit the back of the rim and go up in the air and stay there for 10 minutes and then
bro.
drop. Just, I mean, it didn't rattle. It dropped right into the hoop. That was,
Man,
yo,
I
that
almost broke
snatched
my
the
TV,
soul.
man.
I was sick. I fell to the ground. Like my wife had to grab my son from out my arms. I was like my
Bro,
legs went jelly. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
bro.
And then Halliburton went straight Reggie Miller mode. Like if he
With the
wore a
choke.
size 13 instead of a 14,
I'm telling you right now, yo, like this is what I don't like about Captain. It's too friendly, man. Like
right?
these dudes are forget the Olympics and this is my man Hallie. Nah, this dude Hallie ain't. Yeah, he might be your man, but he trying to kill you. He got the Reggie Miller hoodies. I mean, he's
Oh
doing the choke. Like, where's the pride? Like, these dudes are the ops, yo. I know
yeah,
y'all friends, but stop it.
those days are long gone, bro. These
I know,
guys are
but come
buddies from
on.
AAU,
Yeah,
from
they all
like
friends,
everybody, bro.
man.
They all friends, man. This is different now. Like,
Come on, but
remember, Pat used to hate Barkley. Barkley used
right.
to, like, I mean, a real hatred. There was a, like,
Yeah,
the
man.
Davis boys in Indiana, Rick
They oh
Smith,
my God.
yo, Pat, Mace, and Oak. If he seen them
And
in the
Rick Smith
street,
used to give him the business though.
oh,
Remember
man,
Rick
I
Smith
used
in
to
the
hate Rick Smith.
playoffs?
The
In
Dungeon
the
Dutchman, he used
yo,
to
in the
kill the
playoffs.
Knicks. He used to kill. Everybody talk about Reggie Miller, but Rick Smith was the murderer. He was a murderer. He used to, with that mid
And
range, he used to
they remember when
murder
they
us.
got the squad that time. They had Jalen Rose. They
Yeah.
had I
Aaron
mean,
McKee, they had
yo,
McKee.
they had a squad. So yeah, it wasn't just Miller. But I'm gonna let
It
you
was
get your
Mitchell,
final words,
Travis
my brother.
Best.
I'm gonna let you get your final word. I do appreciate you calling up. You said Don out of Fort Green, right?
That's right, no doubt.
Kings County in the house, man. What's
You
your
already
final
know
words,
Fort
brother?
Green Hospital, Fort Green, Brooklyn
Let's
Hospital
go, man.
representing. Thanks for the
Represent
call.
and you got it, my brother. I'm here every Friday after 10:45.
Yeah, I
So,
watched the show, man. The show was a flavor. I like it, man.
oh man, I appreciate that, man. Salute, brother. Take care, man. Have a good
All
one,
right, man.
and salute.
Salute, bro.
All right, that was Don out of Fort Green. Okay, yeah, Yuri. You get Yuri back here. And my cousin told me he's just joking, man. This dude be trying to act like he a nice guy, man. You not a nice guy, bro. You the ops, man. You the ops. For sure.
Hello.
Hey, Yuri, man. Got you back on the line, man. Had a lot of callers tonight.
Yeah. Good calls. Good call of so as always.
Yeah, good calls. Good calls. Hopefully you guys feeling a little bit better spirit.
Oh, dude, I'm not even mad about the loss. To tell you the truth.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
About the loss. You know, it was a good. Listen, I'm just enjoying the series as time by time. I don't care about the memes. I don't care about the damn choke sign. Even though it was funny to see. I'm not gonna lie.
Crazy. Oh, hold on. We got another special guest. I'm gonna merge him in. Next tape man, the Discord server. Hold on. Hey JJ, I'm gonna merge you in with Yuri.
Yep.
Yuri, we got JJ on the line as well.
Who we got on the line?
JJ.
You already know who it is, man.
Discord server.
Well, ending it off like this. All right, listen, to sum it all up this season, right? I don't want to get into doom and gloom. You know what I mean? Right? Because
Yeah.
the series ain't over yet. And
Right.
we've seen miracles in the playoffs before. I'm going to still ride with my team. I'm going to still say Knicks in 7.
Yo, Yuri, honestly, man, you've been the most consistent person this whole playoffs. You ain't never had to change your prediction. Knicks in 7, man. No matter what. Knicks in 7.
What. Until I see until I said 4 wins for Indiana, anybody's ball game. That's all
I'm riding with that. I'm riding with that.
Now, I will say, though, when it comes... Now, I'm not going to dive into... But I was thinking about what y'all was saying on a more call-up show. Listen, regardless what happens this playoffs, right? This team has a bright future. regardless of how people perceive it. You know what I mean? And I will say, though, you know
Facts.
what I really think it is that this team is going through right now? It's growing pains. It growing pains. This is all growing pains right here. You
That
know,
makes sense. That makes sense.
a team has to go through growing pains before they're great. And what we're seeing right now is a team definitely going through growing pains.
You know, another thing too, like when he was saying like, oh, we should have took advantage because Cleveland and Boston's not here. I really do see a world where the Knicks are the best team in the East next year. So
Listen,
I think the time is now for us to
the
really
cat
take
slander is getting out of hand.
Oh, hold on. What does the best team in the East mean? What does that mean?
That
We're
means
not
to
talking
me
like
that
Cavs, are we?
I'm talking
Pardon
about.
me?
I thinking that we will be a 1 or 2 seed, and going in the postseason, I think that we could be the best team in the East. Because like when you look at Indiana, they're not making any moves. They're gonna come back with the same team. So it's not like
Okay.
Indiana's gonna go out and get Shaq or something like that. Like they're coming back with the same squad, right? And if we lose to Indiana, I'm like, all right, we got to come back for Indiana next year. You know, maybe we make a move or two. And, you know, I just think that this team needs time to develop certain elements. Like you see Mikal Bridges running pick and roll with Mitchell Robinson. When do they have time to really implement plays and work that in? Mitchell Robinson missed 65 games. You know what I'm saying? So like next year, when you get a summer to really tune that stuff, like
Right.
fine tune the pick and roll, I think it's going
You
to be
gotta
unstoppable
find
next season.
Mitch coming back. Like I did not. Let me be real with you. I'm going to talk to the chat too. I did not expect a title this year, at all.
Right. Yeah. No, none of y'all did. Well, I can't say that. Some of you did. Some of them did, but yeah, most of you
I didn't
did.
expect a title this year. I expected a team that's going to take time to figure it out. That's
Mhm.
going to know what to do with each other, both on the offense and on the defense side. The
Right.
only reason why I'm not up here saying fire Tibbs right now is because I'm giving him until next year. I think I'm being fair when I say that.
So hold on, real quickly, JJ, why you don't think we could be the number 1 team next year?
You
I was
said
Cam.
the best team we said the best team in the East, not necessarily the
Yeah.
number one. Because from what I'm seeing right now in the
Okay.
Eastern Conference playoffs,
Yeah.
is that the best team is the Indiana Pacers, who play
Okay.
in the East.
Okay. I got you. Right. Okay.
That's
I
why
respect
I'm
that.
confused as to what you're saying.
Nah, I respect that. I
Because
respect
one
that.
got knocked off and 2 got knocked off.
Right. Nah, that's a fact.
So
But from that
I don't give a
standpoint,
damn about placement as long as I'm in the
Right.
top 5,
I got you.
or at least
But
the
I
top
think,
4.
but also, all right. So look, remember the parity that's in the NBA. But OKC might could break it. But this maybe forget OKC. Let's put them to the side. Do remember that the following year after the finals, neither team goes back to the finals. That's been the trend for the past 7 years. You don't have multiple people going back to the finals the next year. So if Indiana goes to the finals, based off history, I'm not saying it won't happen. They won't go next year.
Why is Cat
You know?
getting hate right now? Seriously. Why is Cat getting hate?
Well, Cat is getting hate. You gotta understand. You said you've been a Knicks fan since 2010.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, he's a
okay,
youngin'.
you haven't experienced enough pain. Okay, your trauma level is only what's that? 15 years old. That's not enough.
Hey.
He
has a point. He does have a point.
I never thought I would say this, but tonight I was lock and step with Trevor of all people.
Wow.
Trevor, I was lock and step with him. Say what you want. Say what you want. Say what you want. This man's been around longer than all of us.
That's a
He
fact.
got to know something we don't.
1970.
He got to know something we don't.
He was a fan since 1970.
He got to know something we don't. So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying, don't get me wrong. You could be an OG. You could be an OG and be dumb as hell.
Nah, he's not though.
But
He
he's
was he been banging the drum. He was banging the negativity drum. In my opinion. But now I kind of understand where he's coming from. I'm sorry.
By the way, real quick, JJ, final call for the poll in the chat. Right now is like 50-50. I don't want to end it like that. So I need a definitive answer. So if you didn't vote on the poll,
I already answered.
Yeah, vote. What was your answer? Yeah.
It was
no. Damn, right. Yeah, you did say that. Damn. No chance of coming back. Wow. Okay.
They have a chance to win a game.
No, I'm saying the next two. I don't want no. Yeah, but I'm talking about bouncing back.
I've only been saying I'm only talking next year because it's when you lose, you think about it. That's the reason why I'm saying next year. What's the point?
I agree.
Hold on.
But I've been saying that since towards the end of the regular season. I never thought this was going to be this year thing. But since we beat Boston, I'm like, yo, dog, let's get it done.
I'm right, JJ. I got you, Jay. What you say is very, very valid, and that's why I'm always picking the Knicks too. But it's hard for me to like see what I saw and then think about, you got to face what's his name, Dr. Doomsday,
right?
In the finals. So like you get past Thanos, yeah, and now you got Dr. Doomsday over there with all the new trinkets and gadgets that you've never seen before.
But I don't mind that.
I hear you, but you still riding with still riding with our team.
How many times did Boston go to the finals?
Twice in the last 4 years. They went twice in the with Tatum Brown, yeah, twice. They went twice
before winning it all. Before winning it all.
No, once. They went once. They went once before winning. Yeah.
I'm okay with that because then you get a taste of the finals because there's the playoffs. There's the regular season, there's the playoffs, and then there's the finals. It's three different things.
Yo, AP. Whatever Towns did to hurt you, I'm sorry. All right? Whatever Towns did to hurt you, I'm sorry. Seriously.
Guys, could you imagine? I got something worse for you. I got something worse for you that's been bothering me. What if Indiana goes to the finals and shock the world and win the championship? Like, dude, like that would really make me so mad, bro. If they go to the finals and win. That'll be crazy.
You're already painting a picture of the future that you don't want. See, I'm not even going that far.
Because I'm just thinking about the wacky lineups and the wacky matchup. Like the way they play so wacky, because I'm thinking about what Melo said. They might come out OKC a whole different way that OKC don't expect. And then they catch them slipping and tripping. Ah, man. Yo, we got to win this series. Listen, we got to win this series, bro.
We got to watch it. We got to see how it goes.
Hey, man, we got to win this series because they might win the championship, man. We got to win this series. We got to come back. There's no other way. We got to.
Hey, listen, that would make next year. Say they do go on to the final and win it all. That will make beating them next year even better.
What do you mean?
Meaning that if Indiana wins the championship and we beat them in the playoffs to get to the finals, that will make getting to the finals next year even sweeter.
Oh, okay. So, okay, I get it. Because you saying based off the odds. But then not just that, the odds, they don't go back because nobody's been going back. So it's like you're one and done. So if they go, then we catch them next year when we're better. Like we made our move and now we got a better team. So then, okay. That's fair.
We beat the champs 2 years in a row. Yes.
All right, you know what? I'm going to shut this poll down and we're going to read the final results. So the final results of the poll, can the Knicks bounce back in the series? 52% say yes. And 47% say no. So yeah, man, we coming back, y'all.
It's already been decided by fate.
Let's go. We coming back, JJ.
According to the objective Knicks fan, tonight was supposed to be a blowout. But
no, whoa. That's not what I said, man. Don't make me put it on the Summer Jam screen. What I said was that.
What did you say?
I felt good because we were -6.5, and I feel like those are good odds. And I said maybe It could be a convincing. No, I said, hold on, wait. I'm gonna get the exact quote. I said maybe. Did I use blowout?
Yes.
If I said blowout, then I
Yes.
said maybe it could be a blowout. I didn't say it was definitely going to be a blowout. You know,
I didn't say you
because
said
I know,
definitely, but I would never
because
use
I
the
know.
word blowout against the Indiana Pacers.
No, what I
Never.
did say though, and
But they got
AP,
blown
I
out
actually
last
wanted-
round.
AP,
Go
I
ahead.
wanted your thoughts on this because they kind of pissed me off. I saw a comment on YouTube when I was going to the YouTube vids of a YouTube I watch. If they say Jalen Brunson's going to be the next Patrick Ewing, he's going to get to the finals but not get a ring. I'm like, that's disrespectful.
crazy.
I guess.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think Jalen Brunson is better than Patrick Ewing.
Whoa, hey, no, whoa. You didn't just say that, JJ.
Yes, I did.
Let's just move on.
Yes, I did. I've been saying this though. Hold on. We talking about high school championship. 2 championships in college. Not only that, but graduated in 3 years and decided to come back and win it again.
We talking about top 75.
Okay. And if Jalen Brunson got drafted in 1985 playing like how he's playing, how he played in high school and in college, he'd be top 75 right now.
Yeah, but Ewing was a phenom since his first day in the league. You can't compare. Like, it's just. I love JB. He can't be better than Ewing, man.
I will say though.
Don't get me wrong.
All NBA first team. JB got to make the All NBA first team.
I will say though, I do have
different
faith
level of
with the
competition
Knicks.
these days, but whatever.
I do have faith in the Knicks when it comes to on the road because they have shown they can win games on the road, right? So I'm expecting them to at least win these 2 on the road. Expectations meets reality, you know. But I will say though, I'm expecting Knicks to win the 2. I'm expecting Knicks to try and win these next 2 games on the road.
But I love JB. I thought he should have been a first teamer. But I'm going to keep it real. You said more competition. You know who Ewing had to deal with in the 90s, B? He had Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson.
You ain't got to tell me.
Okay, so you can't say more competition.
I do want to ask
JB should have been a first teamer, but that's a whole nother topic. Go ahead. I wanted to make that the topic tonight,
but these days it's a lot more political these days. We know this.
Of course. Go ahead, Yurito. Ask your question.
Ask a question though. When it comes to let's actually ask the question about Tibbs real quick because I do. It's been on my mind and I do want to ask it. Right. And Coleman, I know we talked about it, right? You even heard me argue with Trevor on the phone today about it.
Yeah.
If doing the same thing over and over again is bad, right? And you're expecting different results. Because here's the thing, we did sign Tibbs to a 3-year extension, right? This year.
No, we did. But that logic is flawed, though. It's a flawed logic.
But
because we're not doing the same thing.
Right. Yeah. But my question is that to put in the offseason, because you know it's coming.
Yeah.
Do you move on Tibbs?
No, because you gave him 1 year with this iteration of the team. So he had 3 different teams. The first team was Alfred Payton, Nerlens Noel, Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle. That was the first team. Technically, argument could be 4 teams. I'm giving grace by skipping Kemba Walker. Don't even want to go there. The next iteration of the team was Julius Randle, the first year of Brunson with RJ. Then you decide to trade RJ for OG and you trade Randle for Town. So you can't say we're doing the same thing when there's been major trades, major changes to the roster. You have to give him time to cultivate a team because you keep making these groundbreaking changes. It's not like it's the Celtics where, we had the same cast of dudes and then we add 2 dudes in Holiday and KP and then we move forward. No, you're literally saying, okay, Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson are your longest tenured Knicks. And then Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart just got here like 2.5 years ago. So it's, he hasn't had the consistency for you to say he's been here 5 years. Right now, if we still would have had RJ and Alfred Payne and all those dudes, or the main cast of those guys, then I would agree that, hey man, you can't get far enough. But but they're making like major trades, trading like 6 picks for one player. Like it's been major changes. So you got to at least give him 1 year to see what adjustment he makes. Now, if he doesn't make the
good
adjustments,
question. AP asked
then
the kind of question in the comment section. Boston
what do you
Celtics
say?
may be having a fire sale. Are we buying?
No. Hell no.
Hell no. Why would we trade? Why would we?
Hell no. I ain't buying nothing they selling.
Who are they selling?
Who are they selling?
KP and Drew Holiday. I'm good.
Oh, hell no. No way.
I don't even want Derek White. I'm good.
Man.
I will say though, this has been a good year for Knicks fans. You know, you made the ECF. I'm not saying the series is over. I'm just saying though, because I know a lot of Knicks fans are probably doom and glooming right now. Right? You made the ECF, right? Where no one said you were going to make it. You thought you were second round exits. You're down 2-0 to the Pacers. So freaking what? We've seen this team do miracles this playoffs.
Facts.
And
go ahead.
I ain't hear no bell. I'm still saying Knicks in 7.
I agree with that. That's the best take of the night.
I'm still saying Knicks in 7 because why? The stats show they're better on the road.
Right.
This year the playoffs has been they're better on the road. That's the year of the playoffs. AP, seeds don't matter. AP, seeds don't matter.
I'm taking Derek White over Hart. Sorry.
Derek White over Hart?
Absolutely.
Then you're going to be severely undersized.
Over Josh Hart, Derek White over Josh Hart.
But you're going to be severely undersized though.
How tall is Derek White?
He's probably like 6'4", 6'5", but he don't play like Hart. Hart played bigger than his height.
AP, going down 0-4 and you made the ECF, that's not a success. But you made the ECF, that is a success. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yo, if I trade Josh Hart, you know who I would get? And this might be a bad trade now, but the kid from the Pelicans, the Murphy kid, I like
Murphy.
that kid. Man, that kid.
But going back to my Derek Hart for Hart trade, Derek White, for Hart trade. When Derek White gets the ball at the top of the key,
he's shooting it.
He's going to shoot it. Thank you, Yuri. He's going to shoot it.
But you losing out on rebounding. So now you ain't got no rebounding in your star lineup.
We don't need the rebound when we're going to hit the shot.
He's traumatized over game 2. Leave him alone.
I'm not traumatized. I'm not traumatized over game 2. I'm traumatized over missing shots. Who needs the rebound when you're hitting the shot?
I love you, brother. JJ, I love you, brother.
If Brussels not getting traded, Josh Hart's not going nowhere. Trust me.
Exactly. Thank you.
He's not going nowhere.
And listen,
I know that, but I'm
unless you're getting Jokic.
We're playing 2K here, okay? We're playing 2K without the politics, you know. But I'm just saying. Come on,
AP. I disagree with.
Does that make sense though? Am I making sense?
AP, I disagree with the underachieve.
In 2K, you make sense.
AP,
no, yes, because we're talking about sans politics. But why do I need 3 to 4 offensive rebounds in a row when I've already hit the 3?
I get the logic. It's a good logic.
Actually,
it's a good logic.
Since AP asked this question, I might as well ask you it. Do you feel like the Knicks underachieved all year this year?
That's a great question. And I think that's the question that all Knicks fans need to ask themselves when the playoff ends. Because a lot of you guys did not have us getting this far. So
I don't think so.
Now you're going to be upset that we lose in the Eastern Conference Finals when you probably didn't even think we had a shot to make it to the second round, some of you. So
I don't think
that's
so.
a fair take.
I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. Because if we had Mitch all year, this season would look a lot different.
I agree with that.
It's just like in 2021 when we didn't have Mitch against the Hawks. And then when we brought up that point, people laughed at us. Because, one, they didn't watch the game, so they don't know Mitch's impact. And we're talking about a much more nimble Mitch back then. We're seeing some of that come back because he's blocking 3-pointers, he's blocking middies, off of helping on top of that. So we're seeing old Mitch starting to come back because the dude's been injured for basically the past 3 years. So
do you think he got injured tonight?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, everybody's hurt.
Everybody's hurting.
And we talking about OG's hamstring, but he ain't on the injury report. So
They're
I just
keeping that
checked
on the
it.
wraps.
Yeah, I mean, come on, we can't the Knicks and injuries like.
Everyone's injured. And I'm going to say this, right? I don't feel like this team underachieved anything. We were not made to get past the first round. This team made past the first round against a very tough Pistons team that took us to 6 games. We also got past the Celtics, who, by the way, threw their best shot. And
Celtics is done.
Celtics is done. That's the team you have to be worried about.
Yeah, they done.
If you're a Celtics
Only team I'm worried about next season is Indiana.
So now the question is this year, or this off season, how do we game plan for Indiana? What do we do? What do we add? What do we subtract?
Obviously,
that's what they got to do.
Because AP, here's the thing, right? This team, I've said it before, was made to be AP. I'm not going to argue with you on this. The nobody expected the Pacers to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. Nobody.
Why not? Why not? They were there last year.
True.
Why would we expect them to be in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Because the Cleveland Cavaliers was the regular season champions. So, when you're the regular season champion.
Said, hell yes, at this point. Cleveland and Boston out the.
You're being sarcastic, right?
Yes, I am. They're the regular season. They're the regular season champions. So, like, when you're the regular season champions, Vegas, they make you the favorite to win a championship. Stuff like that.
AP said, hell yeah, it's a disappointment. Oh yeah, it's a disappointment.
Is that a real Denver Nuggets baby? We got other fans up in here hoping the Knicks can make the series. This is a series I think the Knicks versus OKC would be better than Indiana versus OKC. I ain't gonna lie, man. If we lose to Indiana, they might win the championship, bro. I don't want to think it, but I just feel like something wacky will happen, bro. Like I believe like
hold on, let's look it up.
What's up?
What did that matchup look like this year? I know it's the regular season is different, but what did that matchup look like this year? Like, of course, they only.
If I'm a betting man, we could put it on the screen.
Okay,
but
so you swept them.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And not only swept them, I would think that they probably smacked them both games by like 20 plus. That if I was a betting man, that's what I would think.
Again, I don't know what those games look like because I just can't go by the losses and be like, okay, we got to look at the in between the lines or look at least the raw.
I'm gonna pull it up. We can pull it up.
Knicks lost to the Celtics all year. I don't mean nothing.
No, you're right. You're right.
Because I don't think the season was because if you made the Eastern Conference Finals this year, it was a successful season.
Oh, they definitely got smacked one game. They got smacked 132 to 111. The OKC boys got them up out of there.
Oh, they had their number all year.
And then the first game was a little close though. It was a 6-point joint. That's kind of like us. We had the close game with them, and then they smacked us.
Yeah. Okay, so they got a chance. They got if that would have happened, which is more than likely.
They got a chance, but it's not because of this. If they got a chance, the reason why Indiana got a chance is because, like I say, they're not conventional. Like, so you guys gotta watch the Melo interview. I recommend it. But he interviewed Amari. He said they wacky. Like the stuff they run is just, it's like it's hard to game plan for. So it's something about like, all right, so like if you paying like an AI algorithm in a game, like you got to find a pattern to like do something different because it's designed to beat you. The AI is designed to beat the way a human plays. So you would have to play the AI like an AI. And the Pacers might do that, you know. I don't want to think about this stuff. Let's not talk about this no more, guys.
Hold on.
This is bad.
Explain to me why we tossed out every single playoff by a team with the lowest seed. Atlanta, Miami, Indiana, twice, my friend, and you're going to be 70 years old and I'm going to be talking about this. Does seeds really matter in the freaking playoffs?
They don't, because you had a 7 seed going up against a 6 seed in the second round, right? Then you got a 4th seed just beating up everybody. Right, you got the 3rd seed beating the 2nd seed defending champions. Nah, that seeding don't mean nothing. Like even the people that were saying, yeah, we should tank so we won't have to play Boston in the second round. Like I just never thought that was a good idea.
That was never a good idea to begin with.
Yeah, you got to give yourself a shot.
And AP,
and you never know what can happen in the playoffs.
I saw you with bashing Cat, and I'm gonna say this: Cat is playing with a bone chip in his hand. Cat is playing with a dislocated finger. Cat is playing with a freaking knee on his knee right now.
Gangstar, I'm with you. He said, "Man, I can't sleep." He said, "Man, I can't sleep." Gangstar, that's me right now, man. My brain is so twisted right now, bro. Wifey was trying to talk to me. I was like, man, I just don't want to talk right now. I just don't want to talk.
7 a.m., bro. Like, yeah, I feel you.
Bro, like I just like, cause she don't understand the gravity of what happened tonight. You know, she watching the game. It's just like, don't watch the game with the wife. I think that is the rule. Like, we should not watch the game with the family.
Oh no,
you got to watch the game by yourself in a dark room. No. You said no.
No, you're
right.
absolutely right. I don't.
Don't do it, man. Cause
asking questions, saying silly stuff.
Yeah, cause I'm superstitious, right? So, my other head Nick hat, I still don't know where it's at that I wore for the last game, right? So today I just gave up. This is the hat I wore today. I said, I'm just giving up. I'm just gonna keep it on. I'm not gonna throw it across the room like I did the other one or across the house. I don't know where it's at.
Denver Nuggets, baby. They're not going after the Greek freak. I can't see them going after the Greek freak. You made too many
that's
trades.
a good question. So, all right. Here's the real question, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Do you trade Jalen Brunson for the Greek's freak?
Hell no. Hell no.
Okay.
Sorry.
You sure?
That's gonna mess up the chemistry. That's gonna mess up the chemistry.
Oh man, he's the top shotter, yo.
No,
he's better than the.
But you getting a former MVP, Finals
I
MVP,
don't give a damn.
Champion,
Nah,
top 5 finalists, All NBA first teamer.
No. It's the optics.
When's the last time the Knicks had an All NBA first teamer?
This year.
Jalen
Brunson.
I thought he was second team, no?
Oh, they already did that?
Yeah. I was going to talk about that. That was my topic. Hold up. I
didn't even know. I don't pay attention to that.
Hold up. Now you got me bugged out right now. Because I saw it in...
See,
he's second team.
This is my point.
Hold on. We're going to put that on the screen because I was prepared to talk, but literally everything went out the... Once we lost, I just threw all my show notes. I still don't even know where my show notes is. I just threw them somewhere, bro.
That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense.
Hold on, I'm gonna put it up the screen for you.
You gave up a lot to get Cat. Cat's not going nowhere. I hate to tell you that. You gave up a lot to get Cat. Cat's not going nowhere.
Cat could definitely go. You talking about anybody could go, man. Everybody got a price in this league, man. Don't forget it.
What was Cat? Cat was what, 13?
Cat was 13. Hold on. I'm trying to... man. Let me just Google it. Oh, yeah. Hold on. This is the defensive teams. Hold
OG on that?
No. That was going to be my other topic. Was he snubbed? But all of that went out the window.
What are we even talking about? with these all NBA this, all... What are we talking about?
It matters, bro. That's how you get paid, man.
Yeah, I know. I get that. I get that, but see, this wasn't the thing when Ewing was coming up. This wasn't a thing where he gets paid because
okay.
he's
You
good.
brought up Ewing though, right? So when was the last time we had an All NBA first teamer?
I don't know. Was Melo even All NBA first team?
Nope.
Listen, all I'm going to say is that all I'm going to say for this team is you need consistency. You need continuity.
So you ready to see the first teamers? Look,
yeah.
SGA, Jokic, Giannis, the guy who you said no, you don't want to trade, Tatum, and Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell got the nod over Brunson, which is crazy to me. And then Brunson gets on the second team, and then Towns gets on the third team.
What are we talking about?
Towns should have been on the second team. Like Steph Curry and LeBron should have been third teamers. Why are they second team? That don't make no sense to me. At all. But it is what it is.
Okay, come on. Look at the media hate, bro. First off, look at how they're choosing their picks for the playoffs and all of that. Look at the stuff that they say about this man, Jalen Brunson. The man is literally putting up Michael Jordan numbers.
No, that's a fact.
And no one else is. But he's all.
But remember, these are regular season awards, though. These are regular season awards.
I know that. We talking about the regular season. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree with you that he deserves it.
It's not just a numbers thing. It's an impact thing. It's impact.
But this is what I'm saying. So look. So all right. So we don't got an All-NBA first team. Our last one was Ewing. Amari Stoudemire had a first team, but that was before he got to the Knicks. And of course, he wasn't in his prime when he came to the Knicks. So the Knicks don't get All-NBA first teamers.
No, we don't.
When's the last time we had an MVP?
Well, like you said, Willis Reed, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. So now look, when's the last time you had an NBA champion without an MVP or All-NBA first team?
Listen, Corn, I don't even think we should trade for anybody. We need to continue with the development of this team.
Yeah. I don't want to be negative, man. I
like the team the way it is.
I was saving this rhetoric for when the season ends because it's not over yet. But I'm just saying, us as Knicks fans, like we need the best, bro. We need these All NBA first teamers on our team, bro. Like, yeah, you could win it without an All NBA first teamer, but you got to tell me when's the last time a team that won the championship, their best player wasn't a first team or an MVP. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if Giannis becomes available and he says, "I want to go to New York," bro, I'm not saying that you should blow the whole house up, but at the same time, you never had a player of that caliber.
I know, but at the same time, though, you need to continue the development of this team. So,
I hear you. Because see, here's what my counter would be, right? Well, Brunson should be a first teamer. That's how I would respond. I would say Brunson should be a first teamer, and he should be a top 5 MVP candidate. That would be my response.
Of course he should. But who makes that decision?
Hey, AP, I'm with you. At least we got the New York Liberty. Matter of fact, hold up. Hold up, man. I forgot about that. Hold up. We got to switch hats, man. Listen, man. Sometimes we got to switch hats, man. We got to go with the Liberties, man. I'm riding with that AP. We got the Liberty, man. We going to win the championship again. Yo, by the way, the Liberty got this girl, Natasha Cloud. Yo, you talk about nice. Yeah, there's no way they don't win.
JJ, I like how we go from Knicks to Liberty and all.
Nah, you're losing me, dog. You're losing me.
Hey, man, I had to switch hats, man. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, man, you gotta look. Just throw that to the side, man. Just gotta throw that to the. You gotta throw it to the side, man. Hey, man, it is what it is, man. That's why we got a big city. We got multiple on team.
Now you're bugging.
Now you're bugging.
He said, "Now I'm bugging." Oh man, look, man. The series is not over, man. Seriously, the series is not over, man. We gotta give
You're
yourself
right.
a shot. You know,
You're right.
gotta give yourself a
No,
shot.
it's not over because you need to play 4 games in order for it to be over, or at least 4 games in order for it to be over.
And it's not like the games have been blowouts. Too.
Oh
That's what kills
Lord.
me. It's not like the games.
Wait, hold on. He said we need to change towels for her. Yo, that's funny. Oh my god.
AP's gonna go with the ship with the talent ship, and I respect it at this point. I'm not even mad at her. At him.
Oh man, Towns needs to be more like Towns. You know, like I said it in the 10 keys, right? He kills Miles Turner every time. He's the best center, second best center in the league, best center in the Eastern Conference. You got to be more dominant, bro. I'm not gonna lie. 20 is cool, but you need to be back
25.
at 30.
I need to get
So how is he supposed to be more dominant if he's not in the game?
That's a fair point. But fair point. He only played what 20-something minutes. 20. Wait,
Whose fault is
where
that?
after the game?
Whose fault is that he wasn't in the game? I gotta
What
agree with Trevor tonight. Sorry.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get it back up there.
I gotta roll with Trevor tonight. Hate to say it.
No, I mean, was he in foul trouble? And he had 3 fouls.
No.
I agree. I think that he should have got more minutes, and that is part of the problem.
Minutes, that's weird, man.
3 fouls in the fourth quarter. That is not foul trouble. That's not foul trouble, dog.
No, it's not foul trouble.
I was very shocked that he didn't put Towns back in the game.
But you know what it is though, because Tibbs is an analytics guy. Minus 20. See, that's why. Minus 20. That's why he didn't get the time. Same thing with Josh Hart. Minus 10. That's why he cut their minutes. And then at one point in time, Mitch and Deuce was like plus 12, plus 10.
And he went with that.
And
who else was in the game with them?
But to my anti-coach,
come on, let's not have this conversation right now. Come on.
No, JJ.
No, yes we are, because that's the fact. Yes, we are.
But the anti-coach Tibbs people, that was an adjustment.
Okay, fine. Say that was an adjustment. Who was in the game with Mitch?
We're not. Come on, man. I'm putting it.
The other guy that came off the bench, that shall forever remain nameless.
There you go. In the Eastern Conference playoffs, down 0-1 in Madison Square Garden, not in the Casilla Center, not in whatever that thing is called in Fiserv, not in wherever. We talking about the Mecca.
AP, I'm gonna tell you something right now. You gotta appreciate that I'm still defending Cat, because I've been defending that man ever since the whole season started. You will never hear me say trade Cat ever.
It means something, bro.
I'm only going to trade Cat if I can. I'm only going to trade Cat if I could get Jokic. That's the one deal I definitely would do without any thought. If they really was going to give up Jokic, and Jokic says, I want to come to New York. Sorry, Cat. We love you. Big Bodega Cat. But, yeah. To get Jokic. Listen, man. Y'all guys got to be more.
I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Yeah, you got to be less tied to players. Like, we love them. I support everybody. You guys know that. I don't hate on nobody. I call them out equally. If they're not showing up, I'm going to call them out. But, this game is about making moves. Like, so when Luka Doncic gets traded to the Lakers, those are the type of moves that you have to make in order to set yourself up to be a champion. You need those all-NBA first teamers. So if you got a chance to get one in their prime, I mean, Dallas just got lucky because they're going to get Cooper Flag. But, if you get the opportunity to get one of these guys, like if Jokic says, hey, man, I'm going to go to New York. Now, if Giannis comes to New York, yeah, you could do Towns, but I don't like Brunson and Giannis. I think that would be just a bad look. Like when you look at Milwaukee, Dame Lillard is just sitting on the elbow, just sitting there while Giannis running 4 or 5 pick and roll. And I'm like, that's why you're not going to win. That's just stupid basketball. You should be running pick and roll with Dame and Giannis. I would run that all day, every day. The same way, I don't know why we don't run more Towns and Brunson. That I'm running that, boom. That's the modern day Karl Malone Stockton. We running pick and roll every day. They can't stop it. But hey, I'm not the coach. I'm just a Knicks fan. And a Liberty fan. Salute to the Liberties, man.
Oh, for God's sake.
Hey, man, y'all need to watch them.
Yeah.
How many of you watch WNBA games? It's horrible besides a few players on a team. A good high school team would win almost every game.
I will say, though.
Man, say what you want, man. We got the best team in basketball, though. That's a fact.
Well, fellas, I'm going, man. I got to go sleep.
Yeah,
all right, JJ.
My final thoughts is on this. I know I shouldn't be attached to players, right? I'm just saying no to the cat trade because we just got the man. Let's give the man some time, for God's sakes.
Well, right? I said only for Jokic. That's the only player I would trade him for. I might trade him for nobody else. You know. Yeah, I also don't want to trade Cat. You know. I don't want to trade him.
We need continuity. We need to continue this team.
Yeah. But Yuri, we need to continue the team. But if an All NBA first teamer becomes available, I'm sorry, bro. We gotta make a move. But if we don't get an All NBA first teamer, it's fine. We could continue building.
It's true.
You feel what I'm saying? Like don't trade Cat for Zach LaVine or some stupid like that. You know what I'm saying? It would be for Jokic. That's the only deal that exists. There is no other deal to trade Cat. Anything else is that's nonsense.
And I feel like this team is on a really good track record so far. You know, I don't know what's going to happen with the coach, really, to tell you the truth. You know, I don't want him fired. I think he got us to the ECF, which nobody thought we were going to go in the first place anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now, it's tough, man. I don't know. I really don't
AP,
know.
we agree on every team besides the Mets. We agree on every team besides the Mets.
Point, I'm right here.
No, I'm sorry. No, hey, there's no Yankee Met beef right now. I'm just saying AP said his teams. Because he said that he's a Jets fan and he's a Knicks fan. But I'm not I don't ride with the Mets. Not that I got beef with the Mets anymore. It's just that's not my team. Collins Brunson doesn't like Cat. Brunson doesn't like Cat. Why you say that?
What's your source?
Don't tell me that one argument.
I don't think Brunson likes Cat. I would never think that. But I will say, though.
I mean, he was on the podcast within 2 weeks of getting here. Unless you're saying they fell out recently, then okay.
I don't think Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson are going to do a podcast at all.
Hell yeah, they're going to do a podcast. They did one last year when they lost.
Oh, they did?
Hell yeah, they did the podcast last year.
Didn't they get flamed for it, though?
They did it the same way. No, but when the playoffs came, they did it after the round. They didn't do it while the round was going on. So basically every other week, because the round lasts 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The click who wants the bag going 0 for 8.
8 can't make layup. Mitch is better free throws. She can't dribble. Passing 6'4" and wants the bag.
Hey, who are we talking about?
With Angel Reese. That's what we're talking about. I could tell.
I'm a Liberty fan, man. I don't give a damn about no Angel Reese. I'm Brianna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu and the girl I just said, Natasha Cloud.
Guys, you gotta leave Cohen alone. He's in his feels about Liberty right now.
Yeah, that's my team. They winning championships around. They don't go to the Eastern Finals and get bumped. They go to the finals and win. And guess what? They're gonna do the same this year. And guess what? I would be at the parade with this hat. No, not this hat. Because this is a 2004 joint. I'm gonna have to get a new hat. Bottom line is, I'm gonna be at that parade, man. They the only team delivering, man. I thought the Knicks might have us there.
Gotta wait another year. Probably.
No, but you know what? We gotta give him time. They can still do it. Where's OG defense? Oh, I love this. Where's OG's defense? Tatum, Siakam, 39 points. So basketball is not played that way, sir. There's cross matches, right? There's fast breaks. There's a lot of moments where OG is not lined up with Siakam. I could definitely say with confidence that half of Siakam's buckets, OG Anunoby wasn't even in the picture.
Minimum. Listen, I will say this too, right? I appreciate everything that Thibodeau has done for us the past few seasons. I don't want to say he's reached the ceiling with this team in terms of success. Not yet, anyway. I want to see how he does with next year's iteration. Because I'm assuming
Bingo.
they're the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think everything's going to stay the same. I don't think Leon's done making any moves at all.
Right.
He will,
to build the bench.
Hmm?
To build the bench up.
You got to build the bench up. The next bench, right? It's all defensive. All of it. It's all about defense. But what you need, AP, this was the first time that I'm agreeing with you. We need a bench, and Thibodeau gets one more year.
There you go. I think I think he finishes out his contract. But that's another topic. Go ahead.
They're not quiet if we lose the series. I don't see it. They're not. They got to the Eastern Conference Finals with him.
Yeah, and they're not gonna get swept either. So all that sweep talk, get that out of here.
The Knicks are going to turn me into Captain Rose from Day of the Dead. They keep doing this. Man, I know what that means too.
Yo, my mind is still blown right now, y'all. I got to do a game review, and I'm like, yo, what the hell do I talk about? Because it was terrible, man.
I remember Captain Rose. AP. Listen, I bring it up every show because apparently it's the talk of the town and on Reddit right now. Still.
Oh, man. Y'all guys are funny, man. I mean, I'm still giving us a shot, y'all. I'm not doing a prediction. I still think the Knicks can win this year. By the way, that dude, you remember in the Discord, somebody put up a clip of the dude from the WFAN? He was getting on the Knicks.
Uh-huh.
I saw another clip of him like, oh, man, the Knicks, we got a chance. And I'm like, damn, this just sounds... Negative. Yeah, now it's going to be all negative, so...
Listen.
I don't know.
Yeah.
These two games gave me a headache. Yo, Gangstar, right now, I don't know what I'm... Yo.
You might not do anything until the series is over.
Yeah. I think once I shut this show down, I'm just going to call it a night, man.
Yes,
just going to call it a night.
Listen, all I'm going to say is Tibbs gets one more year in my book. You got Mitch back. You've been wanting Mitch for a whole year. For what he has done for 5 years here, he gets one more year. I agree with that. I think he finishes his contract.
Every year he advances to a higher point. So I don't know how you could dismiss that point.
Every year he's done 5 years more. Here. He did a lot. Minus the Kemba Walker saga.
Yeah. That was on Leon Rose though. You ask me.
Yeah. That was on Leon. And then 20. He's probably upset. We're all upset. That's all it is.
Oh, by the way, I didn't tell y'all, right? Dusty sent the text message, and I guess he was feeling bad with how he was getting on us.
5 games left in the series. How do we talk about trading players now? I just can't do it. We need to wait and see what happens for trades. Listen, I'm not saying trade anybody, but when you lose, you start to think this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it brings doom and gloom. But Dusty said he was just joking. So.
Oh, Dusty.
I don't think he was joking.
Yeah, I don't think so neither. But
all right. To be fair, he was joking, but
okay.
But the energy felt real. Just to say it like that.
I'm gonna say I still think the Knicks bounce back. I still have Knicks in 7. I'm always gonna say that.
Yeah, you got to.
I think the Knicks bounce back. Every time for some odd reason, I don't know what it is, Corn. Every time the Knicks are on the road, they become a better team. When they're at home, they don't play the way they do at home. I don't know why that is. I'm
Yeah.
still struggling to figure it out.
I think it could be pressure.
What do you mean?
Too much pressure at home.
What? Come on. Really?
I'm just saying, like, Eastern Conference Finals at home in a playoff game, fans expecting you to kill it. I can see you laying the egg, but not twice, though. Yeah. Maybe one game. But on the road, you get so much hate. Like, I know for me personally, man, I thrive in those hostile environments. Like, when everyone is against you.
Right.
And some people, they'll crumble to that. Me, I love it. Because I just like the idea of shutting up the crowd. What you said?
My question is, though, what happens if the Knicks do win these next 2 games and they go back at home again in Game 5? If they do win these 2 games.
Oh, man, yo, that'd be crazy. Think about it. Like, this is like the reverse mind F. This, the F word. I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
But, like, last year, the home team won every game but the last one. So what if this year the road team wins every game but the last one, and then that would make us the champions? Hey, man. Yo, man. We got it. Man, my man Sam Mac. Conspiracy theories. Hey, what if that happens? What if the home team loses every game but the last one?
That would be crazy.
Could you imagine?
Listen, we don't know what's going to happen, but I will say, though, to the people that think the New York-Minnesota trade was a loss on the Knicks, right? Minnesota's down 0-2 as well right now.
Right. But that's the wrong metric to use. Like, the series. You got short-term and long-term. So does Julius Randle come back for the $30 million, Because he has a player's option for $30 million. So
I know.
Does he exercise that, or does he say, yo, I'm going to go to the free market so I can get more money if Minnesota doesn't want to bring him back? Because Minnesota could bring him back and they could make another move to move off other salary. But there's a lot of decisions to be made where you don't know what future moves Minnesota might make. So it looks good now, but will it be in the long term? Go ahead.
I think Julius Randle's going to the Pistons. I see it happening.
Damn. So are you telling me, because, last year I called out the Isaiah Hartenstein. I said, the one team that Isaiah Hartenstein would fit is OKC. I said that last season. So are you trying to tell me that the same thing, the same premonition I'm making could come true?
Yeah,
tell you what, he'll be a great fit over there. By the way, salute to George Bryce in the house, man. You a vampire, or you just like get up really early? Because you always chimes in around this time.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm not worried about this team. I think they win 2 on the road. Because for some odd reason, they're better on the road than they are at home this year, and I don't like that.
If the road team wins every game besides the last one, that's one hell of a that's a heart attack series. Salute to you, Knicks Jack, tapping out, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Definitely, this is the final call for call. Let me see. After every loss, WFYFan turns on the team. I'm glad I haven't listened for years. Knicks Jack, I don't listen to it either because, I don't really listen to a lot of stuff, but I don't listen to that because it's all for views, And yeah, we all want views, but I don't like I'm just doing it for views. That's just like, come on, dude. Like, you should have a good show, and that gets the views. Go ahead, what you said?
There's a lot of young Nick content creators out there just doing it for views. Trust me.
And that's the problem, because now you can lack integrity in your content because you're just trying to get people to click. You know, even like with my titles, right? I try to make my titles like, even if it's like a
Realistic
little
as
bit of
possible.
sensationalism. Yeah, but I'm talking about the question that I'm actually saying. So it's not like I'm gonna say, yeah, Julius Randle punks Jalen Brunson in practice. You watched in the video, and I'm not even talking about practice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much of that on YouTube, and just period.
Hey, if it helps y'all feel better, Knicks went up 2-0 and lost the series. Can it be vice versa? The Pacers and we in 7?
That's what but you know, that's the same exact thing what I'm saying, because it would be the opposite of last year where the road team wins every game but the last.
That would be crazy.
AP, I'm with you, because I wanted to shut the show down like an hour ago, but like, what am I gonna do when I get off of here? Like, I'm supposed to organize my news and notes. I can't even do that. Then I gotta do a game review. I don't even feel like doing a goddamn game review, but them people on TikTok gonna come for my head if I don't, so I gotta do it. And I'm like, yo, man, I'm probably just gonna shut it down, man. I'm just done, man. I'm just so baffled because this is the only game. No, game 5 against Detroit, I thought we were gonna win. But this is probably, besides that game, those 2 games are the only games where I really didn't think that we would lose. I prepared a whole show based on the win.
Well, you gotta stop doing that, bro. You gotta stop doing that.
But yo, we was a -6.5. Like, no one thought we were gonna lose this game, besides Charles Barkley. And then by him even picking against us, I'm like, yes, Charles Barkley, because he always gets it wrong. So, boy, was that wrong.
AP, you work overnight, so these late nights, who's working from. All right, AP, you have a good night, brother. All right, I hope your late night shift goes well. I'm about to clock out.
All right, man. Salute to you, Yuri. I appreciate you tapping in multiple times.
No matter what happens this series, this was a successful season. You made it into the finals in year 1. No one thought you were going to make it at all.
Facts.
So I know people are going to say, oh, this wasn't a successful season at all, yada, yada, yada. They didn't win a chip. And trust me, I understand that full on and well. Everyone wanted more, but sometimes life doesn't go your way.
I hear that.
That's how you got to look at it. And that's how you got to look at it with the Knicks. Good things come to those who wait.
That's the realest thing ever stated, man.
And with the Knicks right now, they got the core. They got what they want. They beat Boston. Boston's probably done for the year next season. Unless, I think they'll still be a top 5 team, Corman.
Possibly. Right? Depends.
It depends on how free agency goes for them.
And health. They got a lot of injury players and what trades they make.
I think OKC is the next dynasty. No payroll problems and lots of picks.
Man, if I'm OKC, I'm hitting up Denver like, listen, I got 10 first-round picks. Let's make history. Give me Jokic. I give you Hartenstein and Williams.
If that trade goes down, you think the NBA world's not going to change? Trust me.
I think that OKC would win 73 games.
I think so too.
They literally are. They're the Thanos of the NBA. They got all the Infinity Stones.
Sam Presti did a great job with that team. So shout out to him.
Facts.
I think OKC is the next dynasty. No payroll problems and lots of picks. Oh, not to mention AP. I don't know if you heard, but we got the Toronto court case settling coming up in July as well.
Yeah, I've been reporting on that. This is one of the weirdest cases I've ever seen in my life. You know what it's like, Yuri?
What?
It's like you stole. All right, I'm gonna try to make this like for regular people.
And then so it's really getting late for me.
Yeah, I got you. So it's like basically someone took your I don't want to say idea, but let's say you guys are in a particular business and somebody took your business strategies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're taking them to court to sue them for $10.
Oh,
Because the money they were asking for is $10 million. So you're a multi-billion-dollar organization suing another organization that's a billion-dollar or $100 million organization for $10 million. Yeah, it's weird. But I'll let you go, Yuri, man.
Good night, brother. Close up for the night.
Take care, my brother. I'll see you guys back on Monday. Well, of course, we're in the Discord, but yeah, Monday. All right, man. That was Yuri, Mixtape Madness Discord server channel member, man. This is the last final call for calls. If you do want to call, I don't know what I'm gonna do, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just a loss for words. You know, this was like the worst loss of the millennium, of the century. Yeah, salute to Yuri, man. He's a great guy. I appreciate everybody, all the channel members, all the Discord members, for the support. You know, by the way, you know what? Since we talk about the channel members, I might as well just go to the channel. So I know right now, you know, we on the negative spirits. But the good news is, if you are feeling down, if you are feeling bad, this is why we have the Objective Knicks Fan Nation, man. You could join the channel and you'll get access to the Mixtape Madness Discord server, where we have a 24/7 Knicks chat. We go in, man. Great conversations. Great way to extend the conversation with me. I'm active in there. I'm not sure if they're still talking now, but usually around game time we have great conversation. We don't only just talk Knicks too. We talk NBA. We talk all other sports as well. Pretty much every other sport we talk about as well. And this is not a free for all Discord server. This server is just for people, you know, that support the channel. And I think that it makes for a quality server. You ain't got a whole bunch of people just going crazy, spamming and all that crazy stuff. Good people. So that's one thing you get when you join the channel. Of course, you also get the cool little YouTube badges, right? Which you see a lot of them in the chat from people who are also members, right? Like my man George, he got the green. No, he got the blue star. Then we got members only live chat. So like when I did the 10 reasons why the Knicks will beat the Pacers, which is looking crazy right now. Got all these Pacers fans commenting on my stuff. Anyway, when I did that show, it was a members only live chat. I also was doing members only shows, but I started doing the members only live chats. It's a way, you know, for me to focus on the content and then just see what the members are talking about. So that's one thing you also get. And then also priority reply to comments. I get a lot of comments because I literally drop a video. And if I don't drop a video, I drop other pieces of content every single day. So, and things get a lot of comments. So anytime I see a star, I make sure I go comment. So if you're writing something on the video that you want me to see, if you're a member, I'm going to definitely get back to you. Also, I do have special photos and status updates, but I do this series called the Unfiltered Thought series, where, you know, I think I did 10 of them or 9 of them, where I, you know, express my unfiltered thoughts on things that I normally wouldn't say on the channel. And the last video I did was, Tatum. Why Tatum being out wasn't the reason why we won, right? That was the last unfiltered thought I did. And it was a good video that people could check out. And so anytime someone says that, you could just, you know, share what I shared in that video. So that's another thing you get. 2, members, of course, members always get shouted out. But another key thing is the discount on the merch. So all of the merch you see behind me, bam, you get access to discounts on that. Now, yeah, this channel membership is not just a donation. You're donating, you know, the $5 and that's it. And, you know, it's just a thank you for donating. No, you actually get, more access to content and things of that nature when you join the channel. All right, let me see what you guys talk about in the chat as we wind down. George, we can't wait to we can't lose to Reggie Miller. Okay, that's who we're losing to. Oh man, yeah, AP, the Pacers, man, they why do we always gotta see them when we're trying to advance? You notice that, like, when the Knicks are trying to get to the next level, we gotta match up with the Pacers. And it, like, literally every time, like even the 2013 team with Melo and Amari, and they won 54 games. Even that team had to match up with the Pacers, man. Tired of them. George Bay says a team that only gets some love from Jersey because I'm from Brooklyn and they barely care about the Yo, the Nets, I gotta tell everybody, even people from Brooklyn, we Knicks fans, man. We ain't riding with none of that Brooklyn stuff. We look at them as they're the New Jersey Nets for sure. I think that there was something I wanted to say too. I forgot because Yuri was talking. Damn, I had something I really wanted to say. It was a good point. Let me see. KW next matchup with hold on, let me see. Well, the Knicks did start in New York. Yeah, the Nets started in Jersey though. Even though I think they did have a team in New York though too though, but they started in Jersey. But I guess that's all for this call-up show. I do want to appreciate all the people that called up tonight, from Yuri to Trevor, Mike from Harlem to PA, all of the channel members, Nick Tape Madness, Discord server people. Who else called up? I know JJP. He's a Discord server cat. Moses called up. My man Don, shout out to Fort Greene. Salute to Fort Greene. You notice how, like, certain neighborhoods in the boroughs, you don't say the borough, you say the neighborhood. Fort Greene is one of those neighborhoods. Castles tell you, I'm from Fort Greene. So, yeah. There's a few neighborhoods where we say we from the neighborhood instead of the borough. Anyway, who else called up? I said Trevor already. Oh, Fritz, NBA comedy show. The NBA Economy Show and producer of the Nick of Time Show. He called up. And and my man from Indy called up, KF. He called up as well. Oh, and how could I forget my cousin Dusty, who now he want to cop, please. Like, oh, I'm just joking. Come on, man. Just run with it. Even if you was joking, just run with the narrative that you hate the Knicks, right? But yeah, salute to all the callers. I do appreciate you guys. Salute to everybody in the chat. My man George, Bryce, Knicks Tape Madness. Well, I'm not sure if you're in the Discord, George, but you definitely are a channel member. Salute to you. Oh, George says they spent my childhood in Fort Greene. Wow, for 30 years. You've been living in Flatlands. Oh, I got people in Flatlands too. I lived in Flatlands too, George. Probably ran across each other, man. I lived in Flatlands too. AP says the Bronx. Okay, Bronx is in the house. Salute to you, AP. Salute to my man George. Salute to my man Knicks will be chance 2526. Knicks Tape Madness Discord server channel member. Salute to J Tap, also channel member, Knicks Tape Madness Discord server. And Knicks will be chances a mod. And Yuri's a mod as well. Salute to y'all. Salute to David Smith, right? He said, I agree, only Jokic. Salute to Maxine for making a brief opinion. Salute to Gangstar laughing when I threw my hat away. Yeah, I had to get rid of the Nick hat, man. Getting on Towns. Knicks Jack. Salute to Knicks Jack. Salute to Denver Nuggets, baby, man. It's cool to see the other teams tap in. I said salute to Gangstar. AP, of course. Knicks Jack. Big ups to everybody, man. Big ups to everybody that voted on the poll, too. We said that the Knicks could bounce back. 53% of us believe. So I believe. Man, salute to everybody that joined, man. That's all I got for you guys tonight. Sunday I can't do a show Sunday. But Monday we got the podcast. That'll be the next show we'll do. In between time, in the meantime, I will drop clips like I always do every day. Look out for the polls and you know, all the other status updates. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. And until next time, let's go Knicks. And the Knicks are gonna come back, man. That's all I got, man. Let's go.